So, yeah, no intro. Anyway, hola amigos. It's your girl, Hamlet Van, Molly 2023, coming to you. And yes, this is my first F1 race reaction stream since I'm not doing a NASCAR race reaction for the next 3 months. So I'm gonna stick with the F1 race reactions until my second NASCAR race reaction comes. So anyway, we got one person here who's an F1 fan, and that is Kelly. Yeah.
Track temperature 34.7 degrees.
Yeah.
So what days are the teams gathered?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
For this afternoon.
Yeah, so it's going to be about really thinking on your feet, and all these guys are very good at feedback, but I think more so today than normal. A bit slightly slower with Fernando.
Yes, that was. Looks there. Fernando's time not quite as shiny as those ahead of him. He has got a new set of the medium tyres, but I wonder if that is a new set actually on that car.
And also look the same for Stroll. Yesterday they were actually talking, especially Stroll, saying that he preferred running on a used set to get it working quicker. So maybe that's why they've done that in the front of the race.
And that has to Martin Mark and scrub a set, give it one lap, put it through a bit of a heat cycle, because they believe it gives them a bit more rigidity and stability going into the race.
The
safety car threat is always apparent around here.
It is. There's certain areas where they struggle to get it off track, so safety car is one.
And look at that crowd. It is sell-out crowds, as it has been pretty much every day here in Albert Park. I spoke to Andrew Westercott, the chief executive of the Australian Grand Prix Corporation. It's his last race after 15 years in the job. And what he was saying, 450,000 is expecting over the course of this.
Let me just pull another picture up.
I've raced
This
for
ain't gonna work.
17 years, and we've never had attendance like that. So F1 is obviously in a great place, and it is here in Australia as well. And the fans are amazing here, aren't they?
Previous wins, the last 5 winners, Charles Leclerc won from pole, of course, last time out. Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel was the last Red Bull on pole here at Nico Rosberg. You forgot your 3 wins on that.
There you go. That's much better.
Seems like just yesterday.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Well, he's got points clear of his teammate Sergio Perez going into this race.
Oh yeah, and just a reminder, I got a bit of sleep before streaming for the second time.
He's had a nightmare of a weekend, hasn't he?
Not second time, but second time in a row.
He sorted out his issues. He was locking up the front when he was doing complying with braking and turning. He was locking up the inside front very easily, and that's what caused his issue in Q1.
And there he is, Sergio Perez in the garage. In a few moments' time, the tyre blankets will come off. He'll travel down to the end of the pit lane. He'll start behind Valtteri Bottas. And he's on those hard compound tyres. Now, last year, Alex Albon did 56 out of 58 laps on those hard tyres. And then just pitted for the...
Anyway, I'm gonna go get my drink. Be right back. Back just in time.
He's out of the race.
What?
And this time last year,
Again?
from pole.
What?
Carlos Sainz on that occasion going out early on. This year, sadly, it's Charles Leclerc's turn.
It is first lap is a pain. He's been more halfway around the world for this race, and it's over at turn 3. We've heard that on the radio.
What?
Been complaining that Lewis pushed him wide.
You gotta be kidding me! Not again! Ugh! Why? That's okay. I won't complain too much, but still. It's just so disappointing. My driver's already out not even 5 laps. Bruh. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is disappointing for myself.
There's quite a few coming into the pits, as you can see. Joe Guanyu now has the hard tyres on. Logan has the medium tyres on. His teammate, by the way, Alex Albon, up into 6th place. Fernando Alonso took place to Carlos Sainz, and the incident between Lance Stroll and Charles Leclerc, of course, Leclerc's retirement has been looked at, and certainly Leclerc got tagged by what looks like Martin.
Yeah, it did. Just as he tried to turn in, there was a bit of an overlap there. Let's see if we can see it better from this view.
And it's not even 5 laps, and my driver's already out. I'm just under 1 lap.
He's got nowhere to go.
Just wonderful. Just great. Just. What am I? Alrighty then. My driver last year was Lance Stroll, so I'm gonna go for him now.
But what an incident-packed opening lap it was, and what a start from George Russell. And if you get a good start from the front row, that inside line becomes your friend very quickly.
Yeah, he's going in a straight line. You see Max coming across and doing more of the circuit because he's trying to cover him off. But a great start by here. It also put Max on the back foot through turn 1 and turn 2, as we said it could do. And Lewis had a great run into turn 3.
If you are just waking up back in the UK, a very good morning to you and a very happy Sunday to you as well. And for Mercedes, this is a very happy Sunday at this very early stage. Because neither George Russell nor Lewis Hamilton have run a lap in the top 2 this season, and they are 1-2 behind the Mercedes-Benz safety car as we head into lap 3 of this race.
Yes, this is 2023, guys. It's not 2019. We are seeing a Mercedes 1-2.
Let's have a look at the start again. What a brilliant launch from George Russell.
Yeah, great launch.
Hey, let me put this on my fan page.
Max gives him room. He was very, very gentle through turn 1. As he was through turn 3, it looks like Max is really struggling for tyre temp there. Really loose through turn 2. And he brakes really early, which is surprising because he has a big gap to the car in front.
This is already.
And Carlos, he did push him wide. Obviously, Leclerc made the grumble out.
That's touched my rear right shoulder.
Okay, I'm back now.
You're not gonna believe this, Kelly, but my driver's at the race so early. Not even 5 laps later. I am so disappointed. My driver is already out. Not even 5 laps. Not even 5 laps.
Not even 5 laps. Wow.
You're. Oh. I am so sad. First, and your driver's in second, Kelly.
No.
Oh. I'm reading. God, Well, my driver last year was Lance Stroll.
My driver last year was fucking something, I guess. God, who's this?
With Nick.
What the?
Hold on. I'm gonna check Foolish's DMs real quick. After I stop searching on Google. Just for one
How
time.
you push my driver in the chat? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so
Molly,
sad.
it's 10 p.m. Molly, you have to do it. Well,
I know.
Molly,
I
what's
know.
during this day? It's 1 a.m. That's what Jacob said.
Wait.
Molly, you should. And he said, Molly, you should be trying to sleep by now and not streaming this late.
I know, but I told that. I mean, at the beginning of the stream, I said I got some sleep before. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to be so tired.
What the?
He would have been 40 miles an hour or something.
Oh, it's the Australian. Okay, it'll be 3 p.m. for now. Hey, to be honest. Oh, yeah. It's heavy anymore.
I don't even know how to say this. I mean, I understand everyone wants to sleep, but I'm not sending the link out to everyone. That's not what I'm doing. I'm in fourth. Kelly, I'm
Yeah?
gonna get you. I'm gonna steal the lead from you. Holy, he took a
No,
hard.
you won't.
Alexander took a hard hit.
Oh, Alexander.
Damn. Oh yay, that's my driver. Yay! I'm gonna get you, Kelly.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, will you?
The mechanics will get out. The drivers may be getting out of their cars too. But if Hamilton leads this race, with Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso, and if Lewis Hamilton is safe, that could be at a match at the last. Now he gets a free pit stop. And does Verstappen, as does Alonso, and Stroll and Gasly and Hulkenberg, who haven't pitted yet. They're not going to lose 22 seconds that you normally lose for a pit stop. Who else have they fight that's coming? Esteban Ocon pitted earlier this week. Sergio Perez has pitted too. Jay Guanyu, Alfie Bottas, Logan Sargent, I'm just looking at Lando.
We're watching F1 right now.
But the red flag has really changed the destiny of this race. We have McLaren running 19 tenths now from 13th to, this is the 17th at the start. So it's massive game. All the drivers, engineers have got strategy. We can put the hard time like in the race. It was a great tool, but the point, it's but no, it's going to be over the line. We'll get on to that point that looks like safety car as we might take in a second. I thought the first thing what we did was check his front wing. He acted on the radio. But look, if you saw it's all okay, and so it did seem to be intact. George Russell Poor
What?
George. Well, in the end, it wasn't the dragons that got it,
Wait.
was it, Crofty? It was the
What's going-
vagaries of the red flag system.
I
And I don't know, I mean, the fact that we didn't see
Huh?
apart
Me is 12.
I'm only doing this once. I'm only doing this once. It's like
You do know,
Please, the
you do know that a lot of
still.
people. You do know that a lot of people are not going to be joining here.
yes, I know. Like I
Yeah.
said, Jacob, I'm
And
not sending the link to everyone.
I'm not even staying here. I just joined in to
I
see.
know
the-
that-
I know you said that you're not sending the link to everyone, but you do know that you're not going to get a lot of people here. That you might be streaming like till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. We're literally going to want some sleep by then. Yeah,
I
that's why I'm not going to be
understand.
here for. That's why I'm I just came in here just to see what was going on because you're streaming.
I
And-
understand. I understand.
I know, so that's why I'm not going to be here for much longer.
Hey, honey.
Just came over here to see
What
what.
is the meaning of this?
Holy jeez.
Okay, well, if you're doing this at least one,
EMDs.
if you're at least doing this once, then that's okay. But I'm just
Yeah,
advising
one
you
time
not
and
to
that's
stream
it.
this late again. Just advising you not to stream late again. All right?
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
I don't want to be that guy who just comes in and just ruins it all. I just don't want to be mad, but I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing, Timothy. Like, I couldn't stream like the last one because I was on vacation. Plus
I mean, I understand that, but
plus the other one was at like 1:30 p.m. and I couldn't do a stream on that.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, I did this before, but that was in the morning.
I'm
It was not during the
following-
late night.
I'm not following everyone's footsteps.
Yeah, you know, well, you do know I'm not mad at you, right? I'm just saying that. But
So
if you want to continue doing this, then do it. But I'm just not going to be here. But I just got to rip the Band-Aid off. But all right, good night, guys.
All right. See ya.
But thanks for the advice.
Fine, never again. Never do this.
Well,
Doing this very late stream.
take it down, babe. I said I was thanking Tim for the advice. Just try not to say don't say anything further, because there's certain words that traumatize my mind.
Just be safe, man. I don't want you to do this in the next one.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the other middle of the night race. Also,
Okay.
another thing, I never said I was doing every single F1 stream.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh my god. Okay.
Damn, it is
You can fall
pretty.
asleep. No worries.
Still though, I am
I know
still
it's literally almost 1.
not even
It
5
is 1
laps.
a.m. in you guys' area.
Not even
Not
5
even 5
laps. I'm
laps.
still disappointed that my driver is already out of the race in about 1 lap. All right, Exton.
See, even X is about to fall asleep.
Yeah, but still, but he's not in his stream though.
Yeah, I know. Holy crap.
I
man.
know, I know,
Let's
but
do
still,
this.
if you guys want to sleep, you can.
What the fuck? Okay. Excuse me, one pass.
Enough data from the first 2 days here, even though the conditions were favorable, but you could be confident so it
Oh,
is there.
oh my god. You're still in first, Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I'm gonna get you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Not
You
that nice.
try me. I was going to ask the same thing. Yeah or no?
All right, Elias, I get it. I get it. I understand. So I mean, I'm not trying to be rude here or anything, but I completely understand.
Logano, the Giga Chat, more like the elder version. More like the version.
One of the couple of drivers came to a front wing here in the race.
I'm tired.
More or less anything that you can get to quickly. Oh, Simon, 11 on the restart. Absolutely. He was keeping Fernando Alonso at a very early age. Alonso won't bring himself to the top three. Do we allow these kids to fight under a red flag or who does a red stop? What you've got
The fuck? Why the craze?
Let me change my profile back on Discord to Danny on Guys.
Okay.
No, you didn't won. You did not win
No, you
every
didn't
single
won.
time. You never won at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But I understand the reason for putting new set of tires on. Because of memory, damaging the tires possibly.
Never mind, like I'm doing this at this stream.
I don't know why, but I kind of feel tired, even though it's freaking afternoon in here.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that.
But this is Lewis is probably thinking right now. Well, I mean, the race is great. But however, he doesn't have the help of his teammates.
Yeah, well, you're the one who continues lying to VJ Feed. You're just literally lying.
You're going to the end of the race. There's still going to be 49 racing laps at the end of the Grand Prix. Worth remembering, Red Bull are the only team with two
Yeah, thank you, Raham.
going into this race. Putting in a race of 1 set in these temperatures is quite a long way.
I won by taking stars, which is painful.
Oh,
One,
right.
Lucas, I said you never won anything.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, we'll see who's gonna win this F1 race. Callie,
I hope it's Lewis.
I'm gonna take your lead.
No, you're not.
Also, I have a
Did you saw X's DMs?
Yeah, did you?
What did he say? Are you talking to me, babe?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he
baby.
is. Look at X's DMs. She said,
I mean, Exon. Exon, are you sure?
yes, X did.
I mean, you don't. I mean, are you sure, Exon? Because okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was the scary on board, wasn't it? That was
Taking my 3 stars to speed for message.
Oh, so foolish, Jacob. Fucking Joseph's NASCAR group chat, please.
Wait, what?
I already saw your message.
Wait, what? I'm not in it. What do you mean? What did you say?
You said an important message.
Oh. I'm not in the first one, but I'm in the second one. Which is dead, kinda.
I'm just going to copy paste this so everyone understands.
Okay. I'm only doing this one time, but in the meanwhile, I'm not doing the other ones at late night on the F1 schedule. I'll be sticking with 9 and 10 a.m. F1 races for now. Okay then. From Joseph's NASCAR group chat. Alright then, Molly. Oh, it's Exton.
Alright, you're getting back in.
Oh,
We're getting back in.
Yeah, I'm always late. In you guys' area at least.
yeah, it's getting late already.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Yeah, my boyfriend went to sleep.
yeah. So
also, that's what you get for your driver got out, so that's what you get for being laziness. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
I'm still using Milky Way.
yeah, it's Milky Way.
Cause why not? I'm a choo-choo train.
Yep.
So maybe
Nah,
for a faster, potentially starting out for Tarry with Nick de Vries. But yeah, Lando and Oscar running in the points. I predicted to a very partisan.
Holy, looking at me.
So that Oscar would definitely get points today.
It's Leclerc.
Without getting too shouted at, but it could happen. It is important to Carlos. Look, check it. And he's referring there to Lewis Hamilton, more than 10 car lengths away from Bernd Mailander.
I cannot believe my driver is out early.
Alright, that's it, Exton. I saw that profile pic.
It's pretty
Yay.
disappointing. It's pretty disappointing.
Guess that's what you get,
What the
Molly.
fuck? What is
the
that?
hell?
My profile picture is cursed. My old one.
Even Magic.
No. Not me. Molly.
Not.
Save it.
Molly.
Holy shit. Molly, stop spamming the private chat.
Stop spamming. My God.
Fuck you.
Holy
I
shit.
hate you.
That's what you get.
It's cursed Charles.
There's also very slowly, it's said, turn right in, you've got past 4 cup. Off London Starfish, we've gone past 2.
Okay, so. Oh my god, it's so beautiful over there.
What's
I'm gonna-
beautiful?
I could just jump through that TV screen right now.
What? Molly, you can't jump over the TV screen.
But it's beautiful over there.
You're going to damage your own TV instead. That is not going to be beautiful.
Molly! Molly!
Molly, accident. What the heck is that? Okay, I'm.
What the hell? Rest in
Molly!
Kelly 2007.
Molly, I'm not dead. Yeah, that is cursed Denny Hamlin. Molly, that is Denny Hamlin. If you can tell already. Also, Molly, why did you say rest in peace me?
There you go.
Reagan, you know Maddie is asleep, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Rayhan, why you call me Jack? What the frick, Molly? Bruh. What the heck is that?
Get out of here, boy!
What? Yeah, it's Sleepy Molly. Yeah, that's what she get. Sleepy Molly Hamlin.
Fuck you! I hate you! Yay! Stroll is in 6.
What?
Lance.
X then.
Stop!
Stop.
Stop!
What the hell? What are you trying to do? It's a buffet of cursedness.
Alright. I'm gonna focus on the race.
Yeah, what the heck? X then.
Timothy, your
Yeah.
driver's in 2nd. Alright, can we focus on the race now, please?
Yeah, sure. Where's my driver at?
You're still in 1st. Give me the lead.
Foolish one.
No, don't give you lead. I'm in the first place, no matter what.
My recent drivers in 6th, which is Max Verstappen. I can't speak, which is Lance Stroll. Sorry.
Christ.
Okay. It's not that.
Max Verstappen.
You're not stealing the lead, Exton.
Oh, yes, I will.
Fuck you, no.
I will steal the lead.
But,
Because I can spin out like you.
I'm sipping my cup with this tiny spoon.
What? Also Fernando.
I had to get all the food out. That was so close. Oh my god. That was so scary.
Sebastian. He's German? It's Thai British.
Timothy's in first.
Timothy.
Timothy next in first.
One after.
I passed this lap. Holy shit!
Oh.
Max. Look at
Lewis.
Look at me.
I'm gonna call Max Verstappen Maxi.
What?
Alright, let's see.
Max Verstappen is first.
Maxi in first. Lewis Ham is in second.
Molly, why would you call Lewis Hamilton Lewis Ham?
Kelly, guess what?
Oh no, what is it?
Hold on. Where's Kelly's thing? I can find it. There we go. Found it. All right, I found it.
Oh no, what you found? Oh my god, Exton. Exton, what the? It's Danny Hamlin.
Look at your DMs, Kelly.
Oh no, what is it? Alright, Molly, I saw you.
No, Kelly, come on. Girl.
Why would you send a picture of Lewis Hamilton?
Lewis Ham.
Alright, Exton, I saw that profile picture and I'm.
Come on, Kelly.
Oh, come on. I'm not jellyfish. Freaking. What the heck is that Danny Hamlin's face? Oh, there's Charles.
No, not Charles. Oh, wait, back to the race. Can you
Okay,
hold
the
on with the
race.
first images? Mentioned.
Okay. Yeah.
There's Maxi. Oh no, don't tell me.
What?
Oh, he's in 6 and he passed me. Carlos said,
Yay.
come here, Carlos, let me pass. You passed me, so I'm gonna get payback. I am here for my revenge on you.
Kelly's driver wrecked by driver Joey Logan.
Excellent.
No,
I
he
said,
did
can you
not.
hold on with the cursed images, please?
What? Who's saving me?
Boy, if I cannot get Saints, I'm gonna have to wreck him. I'm sorry.
What? Don't wreck it.
Why can I wreck Saints?
You know what? Wreck it, or you know what? Fuck it.
Charlotte Saints. I can't say it correctly. Oh, SoCal, we have an F1 playlist.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, my channel is both Formula One and NASCAR and random shit.
Okay. Lewis Hamilton.
The first car in line behind the second car makes it pace, and if necessary, pull more than 10 car lengths behind the safety car. So Lewis is right not to address those rules. I'm surprised to hear what
I'll give you the link to my F1 playlist.
Okay. Your F1 what?
My F1 playlist.
Okay then.
It's Max Verstappen, excellent.
Oh jeez. Okay, hold on.
That's power unit issue for George Russell. It needs to stop that car, pull over into a safe place, and let the marshals get the fire extinguishers on it. George Russell, who was leading the early stages of this Grand Prix, is now out. And Jensen Button.
Oh my God!
When a car catches fire and your hopes are dashed.
Yeah, exactly. The
Who
same
is?
as that, coming at the last.
What the heck?
I think he was
What the?
fifth as well. So yeah, tough one for George. What was so promising?
Has been recorded. So
Is that?
where he is for a moment, and the pace of the cars is reduced by 40%.
Hey?
And the
What
race
the?
neutralized. You drive to a time. You must not go faster than.
It's George Russell! His car caught on fire!
Oh my God.
At this point, Russell knows it's game over.
Yeah, game over for him.
No! Not Russell!
Coming out onto the track.
Yeah, not Russell.
Russell coming to the pits. Why? I'm sure he wanted to, but he couldn't, because he had Stroll on the right hand side due to the entry. So yeah, it's a tough one for a driver because he knows there's something wrong now. He can see the flames out of the exhaust. He also doesn't want to stop on the track. Exactly.
Excellent.
Preston.
Why are you mad? I said it's George Russell, not your driver Verstappen.
Now we can have the fire.
What the heck?
So relaxing.
How is it relaxing? What?
Those engine sounds are so relaxing.
Stupid ad.
Time to charge my fucking phone.
Is inevitable. That was George Russell's first mechanical retirement. Should join Mercedes here. The cash on that one at Silverstone last year.
Wait.
And his racing stay much more for the
Oh wait, hold on. Let me do a video on my on my fan page account.
Okay.
We were looking for container ships with anomalies in their
What the hell, Exxon?
Percentage.
All right, I'm done doing my video.
Okay.
All the way, wasn't it? Yeah. Piastri struggling to really get on the back of Tsunoda, even with the DRS, which is surprising.
The AlphaTauri has a huge flaw, and I think that with Reese running that.
Hang on.
He sort of damaged his in practice when he went off.
Come here, Sainz.
Decent race at the moment is car number 22. Finished 11th, by the way, the last 3 races.
Move from Checo to turn 9. Oh, he's on it. I love Checo when he's in this move.
And my rabbit Bubba is sleeping.
Quite frankly, up
Yeah.
ahead, Piastri and Tsunoda scrapping away. All that's doing is allowing.
Yeah,
Sergio
Bubba's
Perez
being
to get
cute
a
right
closer
now.
and to maybe pick
She's
up the
sleeping
pieces.
right
But
now.
has been bypassed now by Checo Perez, and the stewards have said no further action. Tsunoda and Piastri for that little tangle we saw a couple of laps ago. So, lap 22 out of 50.
Wait, it was. Never mind.
Perez and Ocon. Very,
I
very
won't
close.
do any.
It was Ocon
I
and
won't do
Perez
any
who
crazy
did
shit.
it. Down at turn 9.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue sipping my drink in this tiny cup.
Okay.
He's lucky that Ocon was looking in his mirrors, though. Although you know, not quite too.
Not
far
now,
off.
Lex.
You're not far off.
We spent all weekend urging these drivers to look in their mirrors, Jensen, but they're obviously listening to you. Here comes Carlos Sainz on Pierre Gasly. Gasly stays ahead, but for how
This
much
is gonna
longer
be
now?
fucking
Because
fun.
there's 4 DRS coming Sainz's way. What's Gasly got to defend with? As we see the traffic jams on a Sunday afternoon to the left-hand side of the drivers, and a bit of a traffic jam appearing here.
It's been a long time.
Lance Stroll Right behind them too.
So the next F1 race reaction stream will be in May.
He is. I don't think any of us expect them to be up in P4 at this point of the race.
For a man ninth in both races so far in 2023, Sergio Perez has won a race.
This is my first time doing an F1 race reaction. I thought it would be fun.
No way F1 means.
This is not about me.
Once more, and he is up into the points. From the pit lane to the points, and we're not even at half race distance.
Saints, let me pass you.
Piastri also had DRS there, just like Checo.
No.
That speed difference.
How are Red Bull exploiting DRS more than other teams?
Carlos Sainz passing me earlier.
Is there something with the design of that car?
Yeah, I think the McLaren's pretty draggy. When you compare it to, Tsunoda in front, he hasn't got near to him, even though Piastri's had DRS.
And it's a very fair point indeed. As once again, Carlos Sainz gets closer to Pierre Gasly, but the LP seems to have a little.
That country is so beautiful. I might jump in my computer. I might jump in my TV.
Molly. What? What would you jumping from?
Yeah, you just wonder, is Alonso just backing off, saving his tyres for a little push, thinking that we're never going to get to Max Verstappen, but if I just don't run in the turbulent air of Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, I can attack him in the latter stages.
Yeah, we've seen it from Fernando before. The first few laps, he's aggressive and he tries to get the move done. And if he can't get it done, he changes his strategy.
He did it in Bahrain, didn't he? That's absolutely what he did in Bahrain. 2 third places for Fernando Alonso so far in his Aston Martin career. He's got a 3rd place on the cards at the moment, maybe quite like a second, as he became the 6th driver in Formula 1 to reach 100 podiums. I was saying that his 101st podium is going to be a win, because every other driver that got to 101 did it with a win. That's exactly what Aston Martin and Fernando Alonso will want to hear. Chadlock is at Sky Race Control as we head into turn 1, and Gasly still keeps Carlos Sainz at bay.
Yeah, Fernando Alonso's been on the radio saying to his team, look, it's a long way to go. One Ferrari out, one Mercedes out, we're in a good position. Let's play the long game. And that is in reaction. And we see
Carlos Sainz this time making a move into turn 3, and he has got Pierre Gasly. And he's been a bit thwarted and a bit frustrated behind the gearbox of the Alpine. But now the prancing horse has loosened its reins and it can stride forward. That was a decent move, gentlemen.
Aggressive, here we go. Oh, he dummied him. Oh, what a beautiful move. That's just puts a big smile on your face seeing a move like that in F1. That's aggressive. That's taking a big risk.
Spun out of last year's Australian Grand Prix on lap 2, providing some champagne moments in the Australian Grand Prix 2023. And rather brutally interrupting Kareem Chandler, so we can go back to Sky Race Control.
No, that was fine. The other thing I was going to say was Sainz was talking about how fast the Alpine was in a straight line. We've seen, haven't we? Even last year, and that's why he had to go aggressive to get the move done. But yeah, back to the action.
We are seeing it again here with Esteban Ocon. So Oscar Piastri thinks I'd rather need to get past Yuki Tsunoda here just to protect myself a little bit. And well, Ocon is all over the rear wing of that McLaren. Piastri in Jeddah was fighting with his teammate Logan Sargent. Today he's fighting in the points with that car there, Yuki Tsunoda, and that pink car there, Esteban Ocon. So with some DRS, can Piastri make a move going into turn 1?
Also, Kelly, guess what?
As into turn 1 we go.
What?
I ordered another NASCAR diecast.
Oh, cool.
It won't be here till Tuesday, and I'm so mad.
What?
And I tried to get a refund earlier because I accidentally pressed the wrong address. And I've been waiting for hours for a refund and they haven't responded.
Oh my.
I feel like I wasted my $12 on money. My $12 on money.
Okay.
I'm gonna search for a Charles Leclerc diecast.
Okay.
Oh, dude! I literally just typed without looking.
Oh wow.
Extraordinary to see a car that much quicker when they both have DRS. But it's good to see that the pace is there in the car.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yay! Stroll in 6. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's such a difficult point of the race. I mean,
Kelly,
if
you
fight
gotta
front,
beat
yeah,
Max.
You give it your all if you want to get past them. But if you're in clear air, it's like
What?
You gotta beat
Gotta
Verstappen.
be mad.
You gotta steal the lead from Verstappen.
No.
Yes, steal the lead.
No stealing.
That word was used by the Japanese Army prior to 1945.
Curb touch. Huh?
Around in 7th place at the moment, Nico Hulkenberg on the super race. Very much Lando Norris, okay, making that 7th place all his own. And plus, not falling back.
That is not what I was expecting.
Is only a 10 top of Lewis's last lap in 7th place. Interestingly, Carlos Sainz got past Pierre Gasly. He's not putting on they're doing the same lap time at the moment. Gasly's only 7 points behind him. So let's head down to third credit. What have we got for us? There are a couple of things, but they're all closing up on Fernando Alonso ahead, aren't they? So, yeah, combination of the production system being so powerful for us. We are the big Alpine.
Beautiful team.
Zbino.
What?
Zbinaga.
Dude, what the fuck? What the hell is that? Anyway, I'm going to continue this my drink out of this.
Mattia Binotto. Zbinaga.
Shut.
Zbinaga.
No.
Yes, Zbinaga.
Wait, hang on. Let's do a quick role play. Okay. Okay, Mace, what the heck are you doing here? What do you want from me?
We're going on the Spinotto.
Wait, hang on. What?
Sabihin lang.
What the hell do you want from me?
What to?
You do know I'm out of the race. What do you want from me now?
Activate the signs of bed.
I'm gonna go to bed and cry.
Why? Why? Jesus.
I'm
Why
leaving.
you crying?
No! Charles, come back! Oh
What
no!
the? No.
What if you,
Come back.
dude? Why did you do this to my
Oh
good
my
old
god.
friend? Bitch, stay mad. You're fucking crazy.
Laziness.
Very calm, very calculated in terms
I'm
of
gonna put this on full
I know
volume.
the pace of the car. Enjoyed that. Not everyone is the action, but he did the right thing.
That said,
I put it on full volume.
seconds behind. This has been a very fine drive.
My
Oh,
TV volume is at 100%.
Molly, you're back away, boy.
Why are you on this trend?
1.4 seconds behind that was at the end of the last.
What the f-
That's scary.
Oh my god, okay, that's kind of terrifying. Oh my.
So this race, strategically, this is acceptable. There's another round of pit stops coming up. I think probably the next 10 laps or so.
Alright, I'm gonna turn it down so my parents don't get pissed at me. I'm gonna turn it down so my parents don't get pissed at me.
Okay.
Or trying to cool the car down.
It made my TV volume. So sad, I know.
What the heck? Is that my Wazowski? Is that my Wazowski?
Or you just keep trying to push you, use your tires to fall for it.
Okay.
Like,
Oh.
Or it's easy, yeah. But he's keeping Lewis calm. He's doing the right thing. Yeah. I think Lewis could. No, Lewis understands Fernando well. You know, they've been teammates. They've been racing this for a few years, so he's following the pace pretty well.
And you've been teammates for both of them, of course.
I have, yes.
And you know the strengths of both.
And Bono's been my engineer. So I work with all three of them.
Oh, it's like a family tree. What I would say is that Alonso is now down to 1.2 seconds. And Mike Frank is following today on that Aston Martin football. I love it. We've enjoyed this race. Sergio Perez now set to finish the fastest lap of the race. Pointer,
oh my goodness.
Ninth place for the pit race. Pulled off more overtakes than anyone today.
Well, I think Sergio would have pushed his tires harder than what Max has. So this kind of shows that Max is cruising a little bit. He's trying to be consistent out there in the tires. He probably wants to have the option to not push again and put himself in traffic.
Ted Travis, down to you. Just looking down towards the Aston Martin pit wall, I think they really don't want to pit again in this. Car of Fernando Alonso at Knoxville for that matter has been great all season long, and we're already on race 3, and we're learning about how people are failing on its car, together. But I think Aston do want to try and get to the end in one time. This hard tire is nice, but it will degrade towards the end of the race, and it will be difficult, and they were tons upset.
Also, fun fact, F1 doesn't have any commercials. It's F1 nonstop.
Oh, cool. Exton, what the hell happened to Denny Hamlin's car? It's cursed FedEx.
Definitely. So yeah, whether it's Fernando Alonso, you can't get two more wily operators with the pilots of the Fernando Alonso. This fight is nowhere near over. Just starting to go a bit faster.
Oh my
Luigi.
god. What the frick? Luigi.
Would-be don't fall for it, they're trying to push you. It'd be, yeah, he's going to have to get the hurry up because Carlos Sainz is catching him behind.
Well, the next 4 cars he probably get behind. Even Hulk. The Hulk got a 21.7. Yes, it's surprising to see so many cars able to do the same lap time out there.
That might start a bit of a strange reaction out there because Lewis is going to have to go a little bit faster and push those cars a little bit more when he wants to.
It's a big bush. I don't know anymore.
7th place behind Sainz. He's holding on nicely. He's got that DRX behind him.
Clearly, some of these cars need to put the end. Okay, can they go to the end, or are we going to see with the improved time, the necessity to pit once more? That just throws the race wide open.
Well, the problem is you can drive slower and you can look after your tires, but then you're not putting pressure on the guy in front of you. So he can relax and look after his tires. So it's like, well, I'll just push and see if I can push him into a mistake or for him to burn his tires up on the front.
The person who's not thinking about this whatsoever is the one trying out the front. That's the difference. I don't really think he's pushing, and he's still extending his gap out in front. Here's a nice one.
How many times is Verstappen going to win?
I don't know.
And Bubba just woke up.
This might be a minor scrap and a battle for 12th place. Not so too far away as others have troubles, but Tsunoda going for it, I wonder.
Oh god, speaking of computer.
Yeah, no, Tsunoda was so close to stay ahead there of Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen was having absolutely none of it, drives down the inside, and got himself ahead then, and the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, so Tsunoda crossed the top at the same time as Joe. So Joe obviously made a move on him into turn 1, and now Kevin's got past him as well. So Tsunoda's lost 2 places.
He considered with carelessness, if I can quote Lady Bracknell. This early hour was something that we're watching this back in the UK. Daniel Ricciardo watching the action, seeing Charles Leclerc go out on the first lap, turn 3. He's heard the cheers as the crowd at Albert Park see his face on the screen. He's been Alex Albon ahead out of this.
Oh my god, accidentally. That kind of scared the shit.
It has been confirmed that George Russell is out of the race.
Rest in peace.
Why was the crowd celebrating Leclerc out of the race? Like, bruh.
I don't know.
You know what? These people are assholes. You know Leclerc has a sad career, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually feel bad for Leclerc though. Sorry about that. Anyway, what I was saying is I actually feel bad for Leclerc because his career is really sad.
For real.
Yeah, it is really sad. I have never seen anyone with such a really sad career. Not Not even
Yeah.
a race car driver. But it's honestly sad though that Leclerc is suffering this much.
For real though.
I hate to see him suffer a lot.
I hate to see him suffer as well, honestly. Suffer.
Well, I don't get it. Why the crowd was celebrating Leclerc out, like literally.
For real.
And the crowd was celebrating him out. Kind of pissed me off.
Hamilton's now just had to set the fastest lap of the race to keep himself more than a second ahead of Fernando Alonso. You get the feeling is managing that fine line between helping the tyres, not getting destroyed by turning the head, but rain up and then destroy the tyres, but also push Lewis as much as you can. They hope you do the same to Lewis in return.
And likewise, Lewis is trying to look out for the tyres, but then he doesn't want Fernando to get within a second of him and get the benefit of the DRS. So there's a proper test match going on.
The test match is still taking place at about 180 miles an hour through some corners. One of the always strategically gets it, whilst all that is going on at high speed, is the proper skill.
It is, but at what point are the teams will the guys going to try to hang on? We're going to use these kind of times. So the strategists will be flat out working out the day-to-day and when the times are and whether they'll be protected from that match.
This is the bit where, the driver's told the strategist say you've got to stay out. And the driver responds, you tell the strategist to come and drive the car.
That was a bit of a one car, but yeah, it's a funny one.
I hope I don't get caught while having my volume up this loud.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
God.
otherwise I'll be fucked.
There's still a bit to go, though, Crofty. It's not over. But hopefully we can.
Oh man, do you think they were playing a game here? Trying to look out for the tyres, but trying to get to the DRS limit. It's amazing how similar all the lap times are. 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're completely right. I think you can now and you lose way too many positions to make it back up by the end. So I think everyone deserves to be.
So everyone continues to the end. How can you argue that you could stay in this bunch until the end?
Well, you're trying to maintain position on the about 18 laps will know.
I'm just quickly asking, just between you, me, and a few gentlemen and people around the world, can these tyres go to the end of the car?
They sell the cars as those things come up to the end.
He's in a lovely position at the moment because he has the DRS on side, so he's gaining the time on the straight, so he can take it a little bit easier in the corners.
Obviously hasn't got that DRS. He needs to start expecting his pace and stretching his pace to get to the next second of Fernando Alonso, who is stretching his pace to try and get to the next second of Lewis Hamilton, who is keeping Alonso at bay.
That's what racing's all about. But this I love. I love this mind game steering and looking after the car and pushing at certain times when you have to. You're seeing the outcome is gone. That's the question for Ferrari.
Max Verstappen out in the lead. Lewis Hamilton second. Fernando Alonso third. Hamilton is just been on the same teammate there, so there's no way I'm losing out at him.
I'm in the top 10.
Not so Max Verstappen. Did he say that? I'm so he did. There is a healthy respect between Lewis and Fernando, but on this track, when the rivalry
Kelly. Kelly.
I love the fact that it's clear that quite close on the back together as well.
Well, this is the dream. This is what we all want.
Kelly?
Yeah.
All the world champions.
Fernando Alonso is coming for you.
Carlos Sainz still hanging on his course, but Pierre Gasly right behind him.
What the heck? Oh no.
He's coming for you. My teammate is coming for you. Come here, Kelly.
No.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Come on. I just want to have a little talk.
No.
This is 100% not clickbait.
You're going to steal my lead. It's going to be 100% clickbait.
Ow! My tongue. Ow.
Absolutely.
I just bit my tongue.
The Hamilton and Alonso battle here. There's only, 1.8 seconds between the two of them, but you can get the feeling that Alonso's
shit.
biding his time a little bit.
And congratulations, I just lost my phone.
Yeah, the three standouts.
What? You lost your phone?
Never mind, I found it. I was sitting on it.
Is a standout. Nico Hulkenberg, Lando
Oh.
Norris. Those three should be very proud of what they're doing right now.
I think the chief contender, the driver of the day today, Lando Norris, who has Sergio Perez behind him with DRS, might be getting a few votes as well. The longer he keeps Sergio Perez in trade, look how close that Red Bull gets under DRS when it wants to attack. Lando's looking in his mirrors there. You see where Sergio's going. As they head down towards turn 11 for the margin quite a bit so far this weekend. Lando parks his car in the right place. You can see Hulkenberg just ahead of these two. So Lando can stretch his pace just a little bit.
Every day, my driver out.
Your driver's out.
Day, sad day.
It's
all about me.
Lando needs to give it a big push if he can with the tyres and get up behind Nico Hulkenberg and use it for the rest. But is he really wilding out? I think he's just thinking of a good start. If he passes me, he passes me. And I'm going to do well because I'm fighting the other guys as well.
Sure, the people Laviasi, Verstappen, race engineer, Verstappen over 10 seconds clear. GP might have been making notes on the pit wall there. He might be doing crossword for all I know because he's not really had much to do.
I'm going to post something on my second fan.
On the other side of the pit wall, Hugh Bird is urging his driver on. The race engineer for Sergio Perez.
Red Bull will be the champions again in 2023. So King of Red Bulls.
So the three
Oh no!
So there's quite a few carlings between them, but it's an absolute rocket ship the Red Bull was
15 laps to go of Northern Australia Grand Prix. Full of incidents at the start, and now a period where the top 4, 5, 6 are kind of just falling away to a bit of time management. While that's been going on, Perez will be continuing his charge. It's taken him a while to get past Lando Norris. But you've got to say, with the pace that he's got, P6, P5, maybe P4 still open.
Yeah, definitely. I think Lando did the right thing there. He didn't want to drive off like to try and block it, and he's tyres clean. But yeah, the fast lap the race by Checo, obviously helped by the DRS, but that 2 pace 20.697. That's super quick.
When he gets back to DRS, a podium might even be possible too. Either way, he's very soon going to join the list of contenders giving up behind Fernando Alonso. And pretty soon we're going to see a little bit more pace there. And he's got it. The vulnerable one is Hamilton because he won't get the DRS advantage in any of these scraps.
Exactly. It's just I'm just wondering at what point they're going to go, hang on a second, I think these stars are going to go to the end. I can push them a little bit harder. And they're going to have to push them harder.
10-11, car 11, another place gains for Sergio Perez, who's up now into 7th. That was a little bit easier. It was a second and a half quicker than Hulkenberg on the previous lap, and I dare say it'll be about a second and a half quicker than Hulkenberg on this lap too. And Lando Norris is right now on the back of Nico Hulkenberg, and he might try and make a place up himself from 9th to 8th by the time they get to turn 1. Hulkenberg's got DRS though after being overtaken by Sergio Perez. And Norris will want to see Perez disappear off into the setting sun, chase after Stroll nice and quickly to allow him to get past Nico Hulkenberg. Karun Chandok, down to you at race control.
Jensen was just asking about when they're going to let them off the leash. They just told Fernando, your tyres look good, you can start pushing to the end now. So Mercedes have just been giving Lewis the gap. They haven't yet given him the hurry up. Looking forward to seeing the pace. I mean, they're both dipped into the 120s now, haven't they? Last lap. So, yeah, they're pushing on.
Lewis Hamilton is still in second.
First sector, second sector, the same as Lewis.
Yes, let's go.
Pierre Gasly, meanwhile, started the game once again through that middle sector on Carlos Sainz, only half a second between those two. Perez is still close enough to Nico Hulkenberg for Holt to enjoy the DRS to kind of drag him
Finish
along
in
a
6th,
little
Stroll.
bit. I'm sure if Lando could talk to Sergio,
Even though I finished in 20th, it's disappointing.
Just put your foot down.
At this point, both of these guys this is an important position for both of these. And Hulkenberg wants to stay close to Perez, keep that DRS because he knows that Lando's not going to overtake him while he's also got DRS.
So Checo Perez, who went from 22nd and last on the grid here in 2012 to finish 8th, is now up to 7th. He also went from the pit lane start in Bahrain in 2021 to finish 5th. Last on lap 1 to finish 7th in Portugal in 2020, and last on lap 1 to win the Sakir Grand Prix that season as well. He does like a charge through the field here, and he's setting after Lance Stroll, albeit just by a couple of tenths. He's closed that gap in the last lap. Andrea Stella watches on, the new team principal at McLaren, to see what young Lando Norris, young Lando Norris' 5th season in Formula 1, can do about Nico Hulkenberg here.
Yeah, Fernando Alonso's purple first sector, personal best second sector. He is pushing. Be interested to see how close he is to Lewis, whether he can get within that second DRS.
When he gets under a second, that's when the speed starts to increase just that little bit more. Ted, down to you.
Right, before this gets tasty with Alonso pushing on Hamilton, George Russell has been speaking. We'll hear his interview after, but he said that he is pretty sure, almost certain in fact, that his tyres would have got to the end. There's the AlphaTauri pitting onto the soft tyre. That's interesting. So is that Yuki or De Vries? All right, so that means that there are mechanics from 2 teams, Crofty. What are the mechanics from McLaren and Aston Martin got in common in this race?
They're both wearing fire suits.
No, they have not made any in-race pit stops. It was going to be AlphaTauri, but that's just changed that little fact. So McLaren and Aston have not made any. It's been a bit of a day off for the mechanics. They changed tyres, of course, but they did it in the pit lane under no stress or pressure.
But maybe, Jensen, but they are trying to take the fastest lap of this race. But from who at this moment in time?
I mean, it could be any of the top 6, it seems. Fernando has the fastest lap of the race at the moment on his last lap. He was 1.1 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. Lewis has just pulled another 10th out in this lap, so he'll go up to 1.2, 1.3.
And I promise you, he is still racing, and that is Max Verstappen, and he is still leading. Over 11 seconds, the gap now. Well, is that Max Verstappen just weaving a bit to try and get some temperature into those tyres?
He's either run wide, got them a little dirty from marbles, or he is struggling for temperature.
And the track temperature has gone down under 30 degrees now. Let's just see if he did go a bit wide. An ultimate corner drags you in a bit, doesn't it?
Let's look inside front. Oh, it was a massively oversteering.
I keep for a lucky there, really.
front blocking on a Red Bull. Where have we seen that this weekend? Jess?
That was
Damn.
a big moment. It wasn't just lock up and drive back on. He had a massive oversteer coming back on and lost a couple of seconds. Well, he lost almost 4 seconds.
Yeah.
That was behind it.
But the thing is, Checo, as we saw in practice, as we saw in qualifying, was having front-locking issues. And suddenly, that nice, comfortable Sunday afternoon that Max Verstappen is enjoying, that just looks a bit more like he's had too much Sunday roast and he's got that little feeling in his belly that, oh dear, all is not completely right. We'll see if the struggles continue. Front-locking issues, potentially. Lewis Hamilton responding to Fernando Alonso's increased pace, as he wants to get second and Fernando Alonso wants to get second. And Kylie's absolutely loving it here. She should be so lucky that she attends the Australian Grand Prix on a day like this. 10 laps to go, and we have 3 world champions occupying the top 3 positions. Last time we had that on the podium, Hungary 2018. We've got battles all over this track, including this one. Lando Norris on Nico Hülkenberg, and Norris is a lot closer now, with Hülkenberg losing that DRS advantage behind Sergio Perez. Norris has got DRS. He's going for it down into turn 1. He's just a bit too far back.
Yeah, he's going to struggle. We've seen how draggy the McLaren seems around here, or is running more downforce. But he's going to have many more chances, I think, around this lap. I think his best opportunity is probably into turn 9 in a few corners time.
And that extra DRS that they put in has made turn 9 an overtaking opportunity now at high speed.
It has. He had a little wiggle coming out of 4, so I think he's probably lost a little bit of time, but he's still pretty close to the car in front, isn't he?
Through they go, bending right all the time, hugging the lake on the right-hand side. Those grandstands
Back to my
absolutely
main
packed.
account on
And
my
the bank's
Instagram
lined with
page.
spectators. They want to see something here. Is Lando Norris close enough? Not quite, but can he stay right on the tail of Hülkenberg now? Yes, he can. He is right in the zone to try and make a move on Hülkenberg, but which way is he going to go? Hülkenberg's made it difficult. Lando trying to throw the dummy, now tries to go down the inside, but the gap just isn't there. That was very good, aggressive defending from Hülkenberg, and it looked like they got a little bit too close for comfort too.
It felt a little late, didn't it? It felt a little late. I'm not sure if it was, but first of all, great job by Lando staying that close to
Hamilton is still in
Is
second.
this late or not? So he's chosen the right. Oh, there was a little
Let's
wiggle on the way,
fucking
wasn't
go.
Yeah, he did. Lucky enough to run into the back of there. I've seen that too many times, but yeah, let the fight commence.
there? We'll let the fight continue, and it will. For however many laps, we do not know. Hamilton extending his advantage over Alonso once again. Sainz has dropped back from Alonso here. He's not really in the fight. He's looking in his mirrors for Pierre Gasly,
Good job.
who is still right there behind him. Good job, says Gary Gannon. Nico Hülkenberg's race engineer. Lance Stroll is 3.5 seconds behind Pierre Gasly, maybe settling for 6, but Sergio Perez is coming at him by about half a second a lap. Behind Sergio Perez, Hülkenberg and Norris, the battle we're focusing on here. Ocon currently in the points, 11 seconds clear of Piastri. Piastri's teammate Lando Norris once again looking at turn 11 and once again just hasn't quite got the traction to get past Hülkenberg out of that corner.
Yeah, the problem is he's coming out at 10 and Hülkenberg's moving across to the right immediately, and it's going to be really difficult to make the move there. He's going to have to dive, be really brave on the brakes, but then Hülkenberg will run him wide on the exit.
Stroll is still in 6th.
Back to over 8 seconds now after that mistake. A couple of laps ago, penultimate corner. Got onto the grass. Maybe the setting sun got in his eyes just a little bit, as you can see it on the camera here. Longer this race carries on, gents. We put the clock back last night by an hour. The sun starts to play a little part, doesn't it?
It does, definitely. We've had that. We used to have a 5 p.m. start, didn't we? And it definitely was in your eyes. But interesting to see Fernando and Lewis, their lap times keep changing. You know, Fernando gains 2/10 and Lewis pulls it back out. So that these two are going at it. It's good to see.
And meanwhile, Pierre Gasly has dropped back from Carlos Sainz. He's out of DRS range. whoever your driver of the day is, get your voting quick. 6 laps you've got till the voting closes.
Here we go.
Once, twice now for a third time. Here goes Lando Norris on Nico Hulkenberg. Once again, he's trying out of turn 11. This time he's got a lot closer. This time he's going wheel to wheel. This time he's got ahead. Lando Norris goes past Hulkenberg.
Oh!
Slides off onto the gravel for good measure. And at the third time,
Who is that, Norris?
Also lucky
Or
to take eighth place.
Nico?
Beautiful move. He did nothing wrong there. Obviously,
Oh my God, he saved it.
Onto the marbles, onto the gravel, but great move by Lando.
Oh, I think the crowd would have loved that one. He just needed that better traction out of turn 11. You know, with the tyres not slipping underneath him to try and make the move. Take us through this, Jason.
Yeah, well, Nico missed the apex. That was his issue. And Lando could switch back and get the apex there. I think he still thought that Nico was on the outside there, but Nico had run wide across the gravel trap. So, yeah, lovely move. You should be proud of that one.
Lando Norris and Nico Hulkenberg, decent scrap that. It's 4 points on the board for McLaren. And a lot of wincing in that Haas garage, applauding down at McLaren, who will be moving off the bottom of the Constructors' Championship at this rate. Elsewhere,
0-0-0-0.
we're looking at Hulkenberg.
Damn, Verstappen, you have a lot of points, man.
Right behind us in the AlphaTauri. Well, we look at this, watching the timing screens. Alonso, as he's starting to make a move on Hamilton once again, just by a couple of tenths of a second. They've been teasing us with that one for some time now. So if Hamilton keeps Alonso at bay here, we've praised him for winning in the past. We've seen 103 wins in Formula One, and he will have had to have fought for this like a victory today. It's been a really solid driver.
Yeah, mentally, this is one of those. It's a really tough race, trying to look after the car and trying to keep that gap. So, yeah, he'll be exhausted after this one. The one that is a standout at the moment that's losing a bit of time is Pierre Gasly.
Boy!
He was a second slower, or 9/10 slower than Sainz and half a second slower than Stroll.
My teammate is coming for you.
Well, myself, they're telling us those tyres were going to last to the end. I think the end can't come soon enough, the way that Stroll is now closing in on Gasly. Could be a third and fifth for Aston Martin, could be a fourth for Carlos Sainz, could be for what, the 34th time in Formula One of Verstappen and Hamilton, 1-2 in either order, and it is the end of the day for that man there, Kevin Magnussen, who's lost the right rear tyre.
What the hell?
Impact with what, I wonder? And as
what the heck?
Somewhere safe to pull off. Does the safety car?
What the?
Dang, Nico. You lost the right rear tire.
Yeah.
Caution.
Before turn 3.
By the way, he has it right there. That's right by the advertising.
Ooh.
Times. That is ironic. It's really high up that time mark.
It is the exit of turn 2 on the right hand side. It looks like he's
the first time now. I'm not surprised that
Yeah, caution's out. Caution's out.
Safety car with, is it 4 laps to go? 5 laps. Oh, 4 laps to go. Right. So what happens here? Safety car. We've got a few laps to go. Really close together. Can't see how
Yep.
13 seconds.
Nico is out.
Safety car. All the safety
Rest in
cars.
peace.
22 seconds.
No, not Nico.
Why?
Why?
Behind Esteban Ocon, they're waiting at Mercedes. And who's come in to the pits? Valtteri Bottas has made his way to the pits. Hamilton has stayed out. Alonso has stayed out too.
Piastri should pit. He's got 19 seconds behind him. He can stick a new
What
set of
about
tires
Gasly and Stroll? Are they going to pit?
Places up on a new set of softs.
And Piastri is just making his way to turn 11 at the moment, so it could still happen. We could get one racing lap in here. but it depends how quickly they clear the debris. This is what happened to Kevin Magnussen.
Oh my God! The tire just went bye-bye.
Into the concrete.
That's so strange. I don't know if it was the
Oh my God, it did.
Ooh!
That's the soft tires on. Oh, there's the replay video on that.
That is just traumatizing.
But,
Yeah, that is traumatizing.
Bottas and so far Piastri coming into the pit. Zhou Guan Yu is also pitting.
I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about cutting the stream to a director's cut version.
Okay.
Like there is a fair bit of debris out in the track as well. We can see it with the replay. On board, the good play from Drive New is just that still bouncing their tyres as well. And the stuff, what is this? Drive, we were just talking about it a couple of episodes. And they've red flagged the race.
Red flag.
That means we are going to get
Why? Red flag already?
time this afternoon because of debris on the track. Race control has red flagged this race, which means that they can clear up the incidents without cars going around the track more safely, get it done more quickly, but also get to
I see that red flag.
give us racing until the end.
And a
What?
new set of softs on everyone, or a set of softs. Who has a new set of softs? So yeah, exciting. We should get we'll get 3 laps. We'll get 2 laps of DRS.
DRS.
Standing
Wow.
start. You're not going to get DRS straight away from a standing start. Kareem Chandler's at Sky Race Control, and you can come in on this one, Kareem.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think we'll get 2 laps, only because the lap to the grid counts as 1 lap. So will we just get a...
So basically, lap 56 will be the lap to the grid.
Yeah, and then
lap
we get a 2 lap.
57 and lap 58 will give us a 2-lap race.
So no
to
DRS,
decide,
I think.
Yeah, no DRS to decide this Australian Grand Prix.
And we know how good the Mercedes has been off the line.
Well, we do, because Hamilton and Russell have both made excellent starts.
It was quite funny, Coffee. I've got 4 channels of team radio here. 4 engineers said, red flag, red flag. 4 drivers went, what? You're kidding. Pretty much in different words, but yeah, all at the same time.
I'm not going to disagree with this red flag because, quite frankly, Jensen Button, I haven't got a flight until tomorrow morning. I know you've got to make your way to the airport, but you're still smiling, even though you've now got to run for it at some stage. This is going to give everybody 2 laps of cracking action on the soft compound tyre, you'd think, to decide the winner of this race.
Yeah.
And a race that Max Verstappen thought was long sewn up since he got past Hamilton after the last restart.
Yeah, it's entertainment, and we're going to have an amazing show for those 2 laps.
Not that I'm not sympathetic. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds it.
If you need my sofa tonight, it's absolutely fine. If you miss your plane.
I mean, the only person that's really feeling the pain right now is Max Verstappen.
Correct.
Oh, it's been easy for him, apart from that one little lockup. But the one weakness they've had have been the starts.
And it's true, consistent. So
There's Max.
why the red flag, says Max Verstappen?
It is.
Just see if we can hear the conversation that's going on.
Bless you, Bubba, my bunny.
Has he?
It's nice to one.
Yeah. Who's got new sets of soft compound tyres out there at the moment?
Also, let me bring Bubba over here, if she allows me.
Might have a new set of soft left. Sergio Perez has got new sets of soft tyres.
Come on, Bubba. Why?
Red flag.
Damn, Verstappen.
Red flags to slow down. What? Yeah. Red flag. 1 lap. 2 laps.
Will they restart this? I can imagine they would.
Wheel rim debris over a wide area is the cause of the red flag. Thank you to the FIA for letting me know.
The red
So I could
flag.
let you know. And we saw the slow motion replay that there was
Why a red flag, though?
Get it cleared up. Give us 2 laps of racing.
I understand why the drivers have reacted that way, though, because we've never seen red flags for this before.
Well, there was
Twice.
Baku, wasn't there? Remember when Max had his accident in Baku late on? We got a couple of laps.
Look at
of action
Gasly
at the end of
just
Baku.
eating in his
And
car.
Lewis sadly left the magic, the brake magic.
Wow. What the heck?
Gasly, what are you doing, man?
Sergio Perez was left thinking, thank you very much. I'll
He's
take some
just
of that.
chilling in his car.
Corinne Channel to Sky Race Control. Coming through. Corinne Channel.
Yeah, I think the key now for Verstappen, they've got to go look at the data, haven't they, from the last 2 starts? Because listening on the radio to the previous start, there was a lot of advice given to Lewis Hamilton about the clutch position, the rate of his release. His performance engineer was telling him a lot of things about when he gets to 50% throttle, how to release the throttle, the clutch, and things like that. Clearly, that advice is going to be critical for this final start. What is going to be tricky is that the clutch has now done a whole bunch of racing, and therefore the engineer just puts a lot of pressure on them to get the start maps absolutely spot on for the drivers.
The positive from Max's camp, anyway, and Red Bull is that they are on the clean part of the circuit. As we're so close to the end of the race, all the debris ends up on the other side of the circuit, doesn't it, on the right-hand side? So it's going to be a lot dustier over there.
So remember, Baku, because of Verstappen's accident, the tyre failure, Sergio Perez won that race. Sebastian Vettel gave Aston Martin their first podium in Formula One, and Pierre Gasly got on the podium that day as well.
Is that the rule book?
No, this is my Grand Prix guide.
I was going to say, I've never seen one of them before.
Jacques Deschanel Grand Prix guide. This is not the rule book. He's not thinking of it, to be honest. Race control. So the race will resume in round about 8.5 minutes local time. So the debris will clear up quickly, which is good. The sun's going down a little bit. So tinted visors out there, JB?
Yeah, I think they'll all have tinted visors on anyway. It's pretty bright all day long. But turn 1's going to be a little trickier because it's right in their eyes, and turn 3 as well. Bit of front locking will make it even more exciting there.
And tyres remaining, Ted Kravitz. One new set of hard tyres for Max Verstappen in terms of new tyres. New set of mediums for Lewis Hamilton. New set of mediums for Pierre Gasly. Alonso and Sainz, no new tyres.
Yeah, but they'll put the softs on even if they're used by a couple of laps. So we've got the Melbourne Shuffle in the pit lane now, Crofty, as the lapped cars. Is there someone guarding those 2 cars? That car?
Yes.
Yes, there is. It'll be made to be a nice souvenir. Not that I'm casting any aspersions on the Melbourne fans who not want to take over the car.
Do you know what? Someone came up to me on Thursday here in Melbourne. He said, do you know what this is? Holding a piece of carbon fibre. I said, absolutely no idea. He said, this came off David Coulthard's car in 1996 when he had a bit of an incident with Martin Brundle. Do you know where they are? Because I just want to show him the piece. I've long since forgotten that incident, mate. You might have a bit of a job on that one. Morning to you, Martin, by the way. I hope you, like the rest of us, are enjoying this race. But the fans, they'll take home a few little mementos if they can.
Only some marbles, I'd recommend it. But monumental piece, lovely. Yes, so the lap cars have been sorted out. There is a feeling
We are so close.
Pit wall that,
If Nico haven't lost his run for his right rear tire, then we wouldn't have been finished by now. But no thanks to him, we're under a red flag.
Yeah.
The other women have been having a really torrid. There you go. That's a nice scene with Danny Rick and George Russell.
Yeah.
Logan Sargent has been having a really torrid afternoon. He's been saying on the radio the car is not very good, but only not in those words. And I think the engineer got back to him and said, just careful about your choice of words on the radio there, Logan. We'll discuss about it after. But he's
if Nico hasn't, if Nico didn't lose his right front rear, we wouldn't be under caution. I mean, under red flag by now.
In Sydney on this date in 1996. Of course, the winning constructor gets awarded the trophy, the Sajat Rabbit.
Also, Kelly, look at I found on Instagram.
What is this song?
I found on Instagram.
What is this song?
Look at this.
It's pretty long way.
What is that?
We always want more attention, but how these guys are getting the maximum out of it.
Oh my goodness.
Charles Leclerc
is
not
that?
in the mood.
For all these guys.
He really just denied. He denied the little kid.
Second red flag of the afternoon.
All because he's not in the mood.
What? He did not a little kid?
See, that's a little.
Oh my god.
Right there.
With a very tense 2 racing laps.
Yeah.
As decided
I feel bad. What the fuck?
Yeah, I did still feel bad for Charles, but still.
West Ham take on Southampton, the 2 bottom clubs in the Premier League, who won a relegation 6 points at Hamilton. You can see a little later on today. Not that I'm tense about that match coming up whatsoever.
Do you support one of those teams?
See, my hands are shaking already. Still under 10 credits while I still can. So I don't think it's a little hammer. Lando Norris's cockpit, but something
I
was.
feel really bad for Charles.
Is that thing in your footwell still bothering you? And Lando says, well, yes, but I'm sort of
Yeah, honestly.
few laps. I think they were saying, look,
Even with his career, it was really sad. He's still suffering up to this point.
He's okay with it now. But he is sat in the car and all ready to go right in front of him. And hopefully they're going to get their first points.
When are we going to get back to green?
So they have removed something if there's something.
I don't know.
From a driver's point of view, that's the scariest thing. You just think he's going to get stuck behind the brake.
Yeah, I think they were just reassured by Lando saying that it wasn't around the brake. Not that it couldn't move, of course. And he's grown to get used to it. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, we do that as drivers. It's silly in that way. But I got used to it now. It's fun. Yeah.
Ready for that man's thoughts. Max Verstappen is on course for win number 37 in his career. Second win of this season. And he was 8.5 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton, who hasn't won a Grand Prix, losing the championship on the final lap in Abu Dhabi in 2021, losing the championship to Max Verstappen on the last lap. And I'm not saying for 1 second that victory today will eradicate the memory of that night for Lewis Hamilton, but it might give him something to smile about, some cheer, a spring in his step, and just a little bit of karma from his perspective here today. Fernando Alonso will be in the hunt when we get going too, but I don't think Aston Martins have had particularly the better starts either in this race. Carlos Sainz will be thinking, right, I'm right back in this to give Ferrari a bit of hope. Pierre Gasly will be like, well, there's no pressure on me because no one expected me to win, but I'm in the hunt. And then there's Lance Stroll in that top 6 as well, with Sergio Perez, who has
reset isn't under almost 60 seconds.
Right back in the thick of it too.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a start to a Formula 1 race test.
6 seconds.
Pumping through your veins. It's really exciting for a driver. A little bit just as well. But
Exing, we're going to get on the restart in almost 60 seconds, all right?
Yeah, there's a lot of time right now.
Don't you have a Formula 1 profile?
Standing starts. We're going to get today. Might be having Austria 87 in Belgium in 1990 in Mugello in 2020.
Exing, don't you have a Formula 1
the
profile?
last race But Lewis Hamilton
Yeah,
won. Still a one.
Oh,
Sun
that's
is
so
sinking
cute.
here. The crowd have absolutely pumped Albert Park, and they have been treated to an enthralling and thrilling Australian Grand Prix, which in a minute's time is going to get going again with 2 laps of
What? I'm
racing.
just
Ken,
saying.
down to you.
When the start happens,
Okay.
strong as well. He's always been good at starts. He's been stuck behind Pierre Gasly pretty much the whole race and Carlos Sainz. So this is Stroll's opportunity to make a better place for him as well. I can't believe he brought that Abu Dhabi trophy. I can't believe he did it. I wonder when
Twenty-six.
Messi is these days. Oh yeah, that's right. He's here. He's in the next paddock. I wonder
He
if he's
is here.
watching this.
He is here. He's a human being, and it's lovely to see Michael Massey looking well and feeling a lot happier about life. Don't forget, whatever your allegiance is well in Abu Dhabi is a human being. 28 seconds to go before this race starts. Let's get back down to the action. Standing start procedure. Temperature hasn't been cooled much, hasn't been changed up. Keep the cars along the track. The blankets have come off. Lewis Hamilton, well, he knows how to restart
Race
the
to
race.
resume at 16:56. Local time,
Lewis Hamilton did on the last
LC.
restart, but
That's what it
Stroll
means
actually
for
did
short.
absolutely fine. So he could dictate
The race will
pace.
restart at
And don't mind that the
16:56.
safety car,
L.
the cars will follow him. And absolutely, no surprises there whatsoever.
Yes, baby. Well, we're getting back on the track.
These guys stay close. So Max Verstappen in the safety car, but he's got to stay close to Max. But,
We gotta get him back in the track.
going to push this on a lot harder on the way to the grid. I think that they need more tyre temp, and they have to work the tyres harder to get that tyre temp than the Mercedes. You can see him, look at him weaving around. Lewis, just
Look
chilling.
at Maxie having so much fun, just weaving around.
Oh wow.
Maxie, what are you doing, man?
Don't forget,
What is Max doing?
Lewis Hamilton last win 2021. Fernando Alonso's last win, Spain, 2013. If he did get victory here today, it would be the longest gap ever between victories. Wins for Max Verstappen, the championship leader, was looking an absolute shoey in to be 37 here. Things have changed around. Karun Chand, up to you.
He's been on the radio saying, "Can the safety car hurry up?" As you said, Jensen,
Yeah.
he needs a tyre temp.
It looks like he's slowed it right down purposely to get the safety car as far away as possible so that he can push and get some tyre temp into those tyres.
Don't forget, no DRS available because we've only got 2 laps. You only get the DRS after 2 laps of a race or a race resumption for a standing start. So Red Bull, Checo Perez haven't got the benefit of that DRS.
Say
Max
lights
Verstappen
out.
out in front of him,
Wait,
stays in front, wouldn't get the benefit either way, and those behind him wouldn't be able to try and use it to overtake. And I'm sure there's a few fingernails have been bitten right down here. Whoever you're supporting, because there are going to be battles going on absolutely everywhere. For Oscar Piastri, worth a mention that he's currently 11th on the fringes of the points.
Damn,
This could be
Kelly,
his
you
first
got
points in Formula
103
One.
career
If he
race
could get
wins.
into that top 10.
And we know it's not going to be a straightforward 2.
Yeah. This is why I love him.
Holy shit.
1,800 F1 drivers at it. They're going to push
You
me.
know, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for this 2 lap race.
Yeah, 2009 we started at twilight. We mentioned it gets at 5 o'clock. It's ticking towards 5 o'clock right now. And the sun is going to be right in the driver's eyes, directly in the driver's eyes if they sit on the grid.
That's gonna be painful.
Commentary box as well, but we're not taking our eyes off.
Say lights
Very
out.
painful
Yo,
indeed.
I want to get back to green.
Doing exactly the same. Wherever you're watching this world, this is the Super Sprint.
Well, these guys know it's got to be turn 1, turn 3 that they make the moves happen. It's not going to happen later on, I don't think, because people are going to move later off it. So I think it's so important who gets through turn 3 first, and I think that is the person who's going to win the race.
So, Max Verstappen slogging to that pole
We're back.
position on the grid as he's watched on from the pit wall. Beside it, Lewis Hamilton on that front row. Fernando Alonso alongside Carlos Sainz. Lewis Sainz second row trying to make a move. Then we've got Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll, Perez and Norris. Hulkenberg lock on. That is the top 10. We're all set in a line for the third time this afternoon. Headlights are on. It's right to away we go. Hamilton gets away well. Verstappen comes
Back to green. They're going crazy. Oh no! No!
Oh no, what now?
Not Gasly! No! Lance!
No.
Not Lance! Why? No!
Why Max out of those people?
Red flag! Red flag alert!
Yep.
Not Lance! Why Lance?
I don't know. I don't know why.
I'm gonna be sad.
Don't be sad.
Okay, no.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Do they keep these positions, or is it taken back?
What?
Shut up!
What the hell?
That's why when we restarted, they
Oh my god.
I cannot believe you!
out at the moment.
You!
We don't apply those rules from Silverstone before. We'll come to you in 2 seconds.
Perez saved it!
Of what happened. Verstappen goes across to cut off Lewis Hamilton. Alonso then thinks out to be a gap around the outside. Sainz down the inside here. Gasly locks up just avoids Alonso. Sainz tags his fellow countryman, spins him around. Checo Perez gets avoided. And then we see the two up on road, the two Alpines coming together.
Yeah, it was all
Wow.
Oh, geez.
I don't know where the two Alpines got. Oh, there they are. Oh.
Right. It was everything was happening at the restart there.
Why me? I don't deserve this!
Contact with the two Alpines. Omar Saf, now to you, down on the pit wall, your reaction to what happened to your cars, please.
No!
Yeah, really sad to see Crofty. We had a really good race going. And, I mean,
Okay, I'm putting this on my fan page account. You know what?
You know, it's just a massive gamble with cars going on.
Yeah, put it on a fan page account or something like that. Just put it, I guess.
might want to keep away from it.
Even Gasly is out. And there's Fernando.
What? Who's out?
I guess it was the reads. Here we go at the start again. Took us a good start by Fernando actually that time.
And Verstappen doing what he had to do to keep Lewis at bay.
Yeah, Fernando's doing everything right here. Lewis went wide a little bit and it's the contact there. It looks like Carlos goes a little bit deep into the corner.
Stupid rule. How the hell you can put a red flag before? Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe because we don't complete a lap, we go back to the same positions it happened in Silverstone.
Alonso's mad.
Just get the car back. Did you make this damage?
No, it's okay. The car is okay.
Okay.
Check this immediately. They should do it. They should do it.
Yeah.
That is proof that Fernando Alonso is the driver that thinks of every outcome at every available moment.
Which has happened.
Understandably, he doesn't like it. Now, check this rule.
Yeah.
He's already thinking about how to we salvage it. Oh.
Oh God.
Let's see. And then it looks like Gasly just thinks he hasn't got it on the right hand side.
This is why I don't like this track already.
There's possibly going to be
It's
someone
for
there.
real.
And it was his teammate. I mean, very unlucky.
Huh?
Lawrence Stroll has come down to the pit wall. He's smiling.
This track is worse.
With his son there. That's Peter Hall, isn't it? The strategy guy at Aston Martin.
Did Stroll get a puncture or something? Because he got a tap through turn 1, I think. And then turn 3, he just went straight on, didn't he? It was very straight.
Whether the tyres were cold, brakes too cold, I'm not sure. Either way, Verstappen probably doesn't care what happens in terms of where do we go back to. But I think Red Bull might quite like to go back because then Sergio Perez gets a few more points too.
Yeah, he went straight on across the grass, obviously trying to miss all the mayhem, but it was wet. It's much slower, and he's got back to.
So, down in the pit lane, what are they saying, Ted? There's a load of people there with the rules and regulations in their hands. What's going to be the decider of this
I
one?
think there are 4 options, Crofty. One is that the stewards decide, you know what, that's enough. We're not going to restart this race. The race will not be restarted. And this is the order with, Fernando Alonso not as they came into the pits with Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Norris, Piastri, Zhou, Bottas, Perez, Alonso, Stroll.
You know what?
That's
This is
option
my
one.
reaction that
restarted.
both of my
Option 2 is that it will
drivers
not be
are.
restarted, but with the
This
order
is my-
that Fernando wants, i.e. 1 lap back.
What?
Option 3
Wait,
is
hang
that
on,
it
hang
will
on.
be
Your
restarted
reaction of what?
with a
This
different
is my
start.
reaction that both of my drivers got wrecked.
Alonso.
Why?
Molly.
You following me? Sorry, I was trying to say that. So,
What a wake him up. What?
anyway,
Well, Molly, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're being laziness.
the checkered flag will be waved immediately. So there'll be no overtaking.
This is what happens.
It's running into the back.
Why?
That's my
On
reaction.
this race, and from on board.
You know, Kelly, I mean,
About that,
he's being laziness right now.
Sorry, Robbie, let me just finish this,
Shut.
then I'll go and continue my harassment
You.
No.
of the directors down here.
Fuck you.
Given that if it does restart, there isn't going to be any change of places
You, man.
anyway, then
Time
surely
is-
the only decision
No,
is
no.
that they decide which order it is. This one that we've got now with Alonso and Stroll well down, or the one that we had with the restart with Alonso in third, and the rest of it.
I think we can absolutely say there will be no racing as such anymore because they've come into the pit lane. The cars, when they go out again, will be on the formation lap to the grid where the checkered flag will be waiting for them. So, for the 34th time in Formula One history, it's Verstappen and Hamilton sharing the top 2 places. And what we should say is they
I
both
hate you, I hate you, I hate you, F1.
under a little bit less pressure than Lewis Hamilton, but that is a brilliant second place for him. Carlos Sainz would quite like it that the order you see on your screen at the moment is the order that is given,
Oh my god.
he's on the podium. But if they go back to the order it was at the grid, then things might change around a bit. Karim Chandok is at Sky Race Control. What do you got for us, Karim?
Has told Nico Hulkenberg that they think they will go out back on track, but behind the safety car and cross the line. So, therefore, the order will be as it is now on your screen on the left-hand side, rather than going back a lap. Is what Haas think is going to happen?
So they're basically saying we have to get 58 laps in here. We can't stop the race as it stands currently because we need to get 58 laps in, and we haven't got 58 laps in.
Even though it says that on the
Even though it says it, yeah, that's because the lead
Oh my god.
is the final lap
Across the line.
across the line of the pit lane. So what Haas is saying is we're going to have to go out, run around to the checkered flag. So whether we've gone past a sector or not, in terms of since the restart, that doesn't matter.
Right.
We've red flagged it again. You clear the debris and you carry on in this order, and that does make logical sense.
Yeah, and the order, because that 58th lap will count, even though it's effectively a lap to grid, that will count as a racing lap, and therefore, you can see why Haas are going to be arguing that, because Nico's going to get fourth.
But it does make sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Because what you either do is you go back to that grid again, and you say, right, we didn't get to a sector, so we start again with 2 racing laps to go, and restart it, or you have to get the 58 laps done from where we are now,
correct,
behind the safety car.
Yeah. I mean,
and if they were going to go back to the grid they had before, half
This
the cars
is
won't
me
be able to
right
be on the grid
now.
where they were before.
Really, Molly?
the order. I mean,
Kelly,
this is
look at
completely
what
transformed the
Molly
race,
did.
isn't it? Because all of a sudden, Alfa Romeo and McLaren,
About the great race.
Kelly,
Just quickly have a look at Lance Stroll. I did notice someone's
Kelly.
grid, and it was his. Did this
Why are
contribute
Strolls
in any
and
way
brakes
to
smoking
what
on the
happened
grid?
to him? Big lockup we saw there. Fernando
I should have avoided that, but I got.
Kelly, are you still there?
Is doing rather nicely. Third place in this race.
Kelly.
Ferrari to his outside.
Yay! I escaped. No!
looks like it was quite hot.
Kelly.
Yeah. And offline as well.
No, Stroll!
Molly did.
Do you think sides would
Molly!
Possibility at the start.
What?
It seems to be it's that first corner.
You're being back,
I
girl.
take your point for the Silverstone situation, Karim. But at Silverstone, and if the people watching remember back to last year's British Grand Prix,
I swear to God, please end this race.
the incident happened.
I want to end this race right now.
Being hit by George Russell.
You'll
Right
survive.
at the start of the race, they hadn't got through any sector whatsoever, which is why they went back to the original grid order to reset the race. We've had 57 laps when this red flag has come out. So
Come on, man.
To a sector on the 57th lap, though.
no, they didn't. But the red flag came out. We've still got a lap to complete. Yeah, you can't go back to how it was on the grid for the third restart and call that the race classification.
No, but they have to go back to that the positions though. If they didn't cross a sector line, they have to go back to the positions of the cars.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then you've got 2 Alpines.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. And it might be then that you go back to those positions to restart it if you're able to restart it.
Correct, because you still have to finish the race under your own power to be classified, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, therefore, I think Jens has got a point. And I'm sure this is the discussion going on in the FIA office. Do they go back a lap of positions and line up the grid order?
Yeah.
Effectively, the 2 Alpines are gone because they can't do
Because
the
they
stuff.
can't finish under their own
They
power.
can't finish under their own power. So then you move up, the other cars will just move up the order.
Put it this way, we're trying from the commentary box here to get some information, and I bet you that Inspector Kravitz down at the pit lane is doing just that
So
too.
we're all still waiting. The teams are all still waiting. The people who have to drive are still waiting for the FIA to make their mind up on what we're going to do. So the FIA is seriously combing through everything. They'll have the stewards there, the race director, the remote operations center in Geneva as well to help.
I swear to God.
I've made it to page 59 of the sporting rigs, and I still can't find the answer.
Well, the hunch down here
There's
is
Daniel
that it's
Ricciardo.
not going to be good for Alonso, basically. That they will restart it, and it will be the order with Alonso at the back, etc. Because getting involved with... Sorry, you've got some news?
Also bear in mind here that this race started at 3 o'clock and there was a 3-hour time window to get the race run. Now we've got 45 minutes for that. But if this decision isn't made, the race then stops on that 3-hour
Look at
clock.
Oscar.
And also
Just
bear in
being
mind that
cute.
whenever a race in Formula One ends early, so before the 58 laps, you take it from the end of the penultimate lap.
Aw.
So you would go back to how it
I
was
want to see his full face.
before the third restart.
That's half of the face. I only see
could well be
of Oscar.
that if we're timed out, then it goes to the results of the previous lap. And the restart order, we are going to restart this race. Verstappen and Hamilton.
Thank you.
Alonso, Sainz,
There's
Stroll,
Toto.
and then
Wolf.
Perez. And there's a big round of applause. Norris, Hulkenberg, Piastri, and then after Piastri, Joe Guan Yu, and then Yuki Tsunoda and Valtteri Bottas. That is going to be the restart order, and they will go round the track and finish basically not behind the safety car because it will have peeled in, but just cross the line to take the checkered flag. So that is what the FIA race control have decided will be this case. And I'm just looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The big cheer I think you heard there is that Oscar Piastri is going to finish in the points for the first time in 9th.
I think that is the right decision.
Me and the
I
boys
think they've gone back a
chilling.
lap because you've only gone through a sector.
Yeah.
And they've got to drive around and finish the
Me and
race.
the boys.
They haven't got the capability to finish under their own power. Other two
Maybe
Alpines,
I should.
So they've been taken out of the
Maybe
order.
when I retire
this is
from
how
doing
they're
streams in
fighting
2
each
years,
other as well.
I might do a crazy collab. It's gonna be called. It's gonna be called Crazy Reaction Adventures.
Today. But you can argue, Jensen, that
Crazy Reaction Adventures.
yeah, you're right.
Crazy auto racing
But
reaction
it
adventures.
does mean the fairy tale story.
Okay.
You know, I can still stream anytime. No, like when others do, if they finish their reactions, then I may take over for it. It's my only option.
To Fernando himself, and not more than a little smile. A
I may host everything, all the races I can host.
Fabrizio, his trainer.
Oh,
Just a
look
little
at
nose,
Carlos
look good trainer,
Sainz.
and a little grin. And
Aw.
and now the Aston Martin
Being
mechanics
cute.
are having to shift his car. Car number 14 gets moved up.
I tell you also is very relieved.
We got 3 months before I turned 18.
His best friend, and his
Oh, wow.
Spending my last 90 days of being a minor. Where's Bubba? My rabbit. Bubba's just standing there.
Let's try and explain this as simplistically as we can.
Bubba,
We had a
what are you
third
doing?
restart. All sorts of kerfuffle going on at the third restart. But because the cars had not gone through the first sector on the track, because the red flag came out because of all the kerfuffle and the race was then effectively stopped, the FIA have no reference points on that lap to establish an order. So you have to go back.
I'll be
to the
right
previous
back.
point where the FIA
Okay.
And now I'm the leader, so yay, I'm gonna win this race.
Seriously?
Yes. Yes, I will, Kelly. I'm gonna win this race. So Lewis Hamilton would not win this race.
You really think so?
You're still lagging.
Okay, I'm back, and I see someone holding up a face of Daniel Ricciardo.
This will be the
Oh.
results of the race.
Oh,
And I hope
Bubba,
that
sweetie,
explained as simply as I
come
can.
here.
Quite frankly, Ted
Bun
Kravitz, my
bun.
mind is a little bit frazzled. Just like
Really?
Crystal clear. Top
Thank
job,
you very
probably. I tell you what, don't go down to Hats later and ask for a coffee or how they are.
Bubba
because
won't
Gunther
come
Steiner
to me.
is fuming. Hulkenberg would have been P4.
Rest in peace.
Properly, had they with the Hamilton Sainz, Hulkenberg, Sonoda, Norris,
I swear, please
Joe Bottas,
end
the
this
big
race.
losers, Nico Hulkenberg and Haas, and the McLarens and
Once will stay long. It's 3:21 in my
who now, I don't believe, will score any points. No, yes, they don't. Joe will be 11th.
End this race, I swear to God.
And Joe will be. Joe will score a point 10.
Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, I mean, I know Gunther's got one of those faces that can range between high delight and absolute anger at a tenth of a second. But, yeah, it's the latter at the moment.
Yeah, I think their hopes were raised. But looking at this logically, this seems to be the solution that the rules and regulations allow for, in that if you haven't got a reference point on any particular lap, i.e. a sector, an order as you go through the sectors, there are 3 on the FIA timing screens, then you have to go back to your previous reference point. And that, I think, is something that everybody can understand, Jensen, and accept.
Sorry, Crofty, this is nice.
Jackie Stewart.
Sorry, Crofty, this is nice. Valtteri Bottas's grid trolley has conked out, so they can't pressurize the car and charge the tire blankets. So Alpine, who don't have any cars left in the race, are helping Alfa Romeo out with their grid trolley generator. Isn't that nice?
It is.
Oh, that's lovely. Right, I'll let you get on with it. Sorry.
Meanwhile, Freddie Vasseur is like, I've got a bad back. I could have done without this.
Yeah.
I thought an hour and a half, that'd be fine. Toto Wolff's given it, well, this is 10 years at Mercedes. I don't think I've ever seen a race quite as chaotic as this. Oh, actually, no, I might have done, but we won't talk about that. I saw Freddie Vasseur earlier, and I did ask about his back. Had it improved much? But no, not at all. It's,
painkillers, he'll be all right.
yeah, oh, mate, he's been suffering all weekend. We are going to get a resumption in 10 minutes' time of this race.
It's the right call. This is the right call. Totally. I wish they could just call it now.
Well, they have. What they've said is, here's the restart order. They can't call the official classification because we haven't got to the end of 58 laps. And whilst, yes, you can't overtake behind the safety car, someone might break down. And do you know what, today? I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Well, and also the Alpines would be classified then also, wouldn't they?
Yes.
If we didn't move from the pits.
That is very true.
Yeah.
But they can't move under their own power and their own steam. So when everyone goes away, they'll be by the side. Stranded. What a race this has been, I know.
I wonder if the drivers put all their gear on properly. The seat belts and stuff.
What?
And
I would think so.
just driving around to the start
No,
line.
but you've got to have your seatbelts done up. You wouldn't want to. Well, say you're Max Verstappen, you know, seatbelts, you know, gloves, yeah. And then someone from the FIA sees you getting out of the car saying, "You didn't undo your seatbelts. You didn't wear your gloves." Hang on, we'll protest that. Oscar Piastri is on course then for his first ever points in Formula One, just like his manager Mark Webber. Do you remember when Mark Webber from Minardi here, wasn't it, in back in the day, 2002, 5th, from Minardi on his debut.
Still,
And I know it's not Oscar's debut, but it's his debut in an Australian Grand Prix.
still probably one of the most famous moments in in Melbourne, isn't it? Of all the Grand Prix, seeing Mark Webber and Paul Stoddart up on the podium there for 5th place.
I remember wiping my eyes, thinking they're just a little bit blurry here. Mark Webber, Minardi, fifth.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, so they have 35 minutes to get this finished.
Yeah, which we should just about do. We're going to resume with 27 minutes to go before that 3-hour clock runs out.
And you know what, Jensen, you're saying, wonder if the drivers put all the kit on and stuff properly.
I wasn't
I know
serious.
you're joking. No, I know. But actually, it made me think of a serious point, which is it's easy for the teams as well to relax a bit, isn't it? And say, oh, well, we've only got to send the car off for one lap to get to the grid, behind the safety car. It doesn't matter. But they can't afford for the car to have a problem on this lap, because if for whatever reason there's an issue and the car doesn't make it around the lap, they won't be classified. So it is actually really important for all of these people. You see Toto Wolff there looking at the Red Bull, but every one of those mechanics and engineers to be absolutely on the ball.
Absolutely. Ted, down to you.
Well, I know what you're saying, Karun, but can I ask a stupid yet obvious question?
Always.
Given that this is the result of the race, and well done, Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, assuming that their cars get to the end of the formation lap, why are we restarting?
Because you have to get to the end of the race, Ted.
Why don't they just say the race will not resume?
Because there's no reason for the race not to resume. But there isn't any reason for the race not to resume.
There is, because there's not going to be any racing.
Yeah, but
if they're not going to be racing, it's by extension, logically, not going to be a race.
That's an irrelevant argument.
Well,
because
the safety car lap is part of the race.
Because the safety car lap is part of the race.
And they might not. You said someone might break down.
Someone might break down, and also the
Alpines.
The Alpines as well, right? It's for those people who, let's say Gasly was 5th. Oh, there's a 5-second penalty for Carlos. I say you go 10 days of reason for the start.
Hang on. I didn't know that was going to happen.
So hang on. So does this mean that everyone is going to be pushing Carlos Sainz across the finish line?
Oh no.
Or are we going to be going back into the grid?
No, that will be added to his race time, and then he'll.
No, they just drive across the line.
Okay, so everyone's just going to be as close as they can to him across the finish line. You're going to have 6 cars pushing each other across the finish line to be within 5 seconds.
Correct.
Carlos Sainz could find himself out the points here.
They're going to be like 4 abreast.
Yes, Jensen.
Oh no,
possibly.
Kelly.
I tell you what, if you're Lance Stroll, Christmas has just come a bit early. Carlos Sainz has got a 5-second penalty, and Pierre Gasly's out of the race.
5-second penalty for what?
3rd and 4th.
Oh dear. Ted, you have to get the race finished.
For Sainz?
Let's just have a look.
Why a 5-second penalty for Sainz?
5-second penalty. Now, in the steward's view, he could have avoided that accident. Jensen Button's view?
Yeah, I mean,
why are you giving Sainz a 5-second penalty? Come on.
He was giving enough room, but Fernando obviously is turning right.
No.
He's not turning as much right, and maybe he should have given a bit more room.
I can't hear what Carlos is saying, but the eyes are wide open there.
I
think he's saying no, and that's not right.
Oh no.
I don't agree with that at all.
I am
pretty angry about this.
I am.
Ninth. Well, one of the Alpines is going to be gone, so he'll be 8th in the queue. But he's saying just get really close because all the cars are going to bunch up to Carlos Sainz.
So they're obviously not going fast.
Yeah, of course.
So it's not like a race where everyone's going to go through within 5 seconds.
And you might be thinking, well, look, if the safety car peels in, which is going to do because the benefits of pictures TV, we might not have teams celebrating on pit wall anymore, but we don't have a safety car leading the cars over the line. That peels in. Get to the safety car 1 line. Can you start racing again? Well, the answer to that is no. If you remember, Michael Schumacher and Ross.
Oh no, my phone died. My phone is dying.
Years ago, and Michael was quickly told from the steward's room, "No, you can't have that place."
Oh yeah. It's penalty, Ricky. Do I deserve to be out of the points? No. No, it's unacceptable. Tell them it is unacceptable. They need to wait until the race is finished and discuss with me. Okay. No, please, I said, please, to wait and discuss with me. Clearly, the penalty is not deserved. It's too severe.
And I do feel for Carlos here. And I know people want penalties issued quickly and decided before the end of the race. But there might be mitigating circumstances, factors we don't know. It is a timed penalty. You can't appeal a timed penalty, although the right of review was given to Aston Martin in Jeddah. It's a completely different thing. It wasn't an appeal. It was like, no, you need to reconsider because we've got evidence that you wouldn't have known about before you dished the penalty.
The one thing I would say is, the penalty maybe is correct. I think maybe we shouldn't have mentioned the penalty until after the race, because now it puts it into a position where you have 5 cars that are going to be trying to push him across the finish line, and it could become unsafe.
Yeah, okay. I take your point on that one. It's something that might get mentioned in the steward's report as to, but maybe going forward, we should do this in a slightly different way. I don't know. But in effect, you cannot overtake on this lap unless you see a car in trouble slowing down because you think he's broken down. Even when the safety car peels back into the pits, you still can't overtake.
No.
So that man there, Max Verstappen in the mirrors, is going to win for the first time in Melbourne. And Red Bull are, for the first time ever, going to win the first 3 races of the season too. And Lance Stroll is going to benefit by a couple of extra places that when he last sat on the grid for the third start of this race, he really didn't think he was going to get that easily.
Yeah, we're also there's a good chance that Lando Norris is going to end up P6.
Yeah.
And Piastri will definitely be in the points. We just don't know how many right now.
Well, Piastri would be
At least 9th.
scoring, 9th, but maybe 8th, depending on where Carlos Sainz can finish.
And if he can't slow down too much, but he would definitely slow down for the last corner, then accelerate towards the finish line.
And the thing is as well, Carlos Sainz is going to want to be as close to the car in front of him, Fernando Alonso. But then others behind Sainz are going to want to be as close to him.
Yeah.
But if anyone overtakes him, then they've committed an infringement. So it might be worth Carlos Sainz just dabbing the brakes as he is allowed to do, and maybe lulling others into a move past him. You never know.
I don't think he would do that, but he would definitely back it up with before the last corner, the 10 lengths he's allowed to, and then he's going to floor it, hoping that he doesn't catch the car in front before the finish line to get a bigger gap to the cars behind.
So the race will resume in a minute's time. It will be a rolling start procedure. Now, you've been with us all the way through this. Thank you. Your company is much appreciated and very much valued. But you might be thinking to yourself, hang on a minute, I've seen 3 times here the race start with cars on the grid. Why is it going to be different why is it going to be different for this one? Why are we going to get a rolling start? Especially when, as you can see, the finish line there on your screen is actually beyond the grid. Couldn't they just start from the grid? Couldn't they just finish this race with a 1 meter dash to the finish line for Max Verstappen? I'm assuming the rolling start is just the safest and most simplest way to get this done.
No, I think what you're saying is right. I think we should stop at the start line.
Okay, Max. So, plan is safety car will enter the pit lane at the end of this lap. You will then take the checkered flag. It's a rolling start, i.e. just take the checkered flag. There is no overtaking until
Back on the track.
And that's the thing. No overtaking until you get to the line. When you get to the line, the race is done. So if anyone, Carlos Sainz has gone a little bit slow. He does go past Carlos Sainz, so the stewards might want to get stuck into that one as well. I think we've had just about everything in this race, Jensen, but we're also going to get Yuki Tsunoda finishing 11th in this race. So before we get bogged down with the point scoring, Yuki Tsunoda will equal the record for the most consecutive finishes in a single place other than first in Formula One?
No, not necessarily.
Because of Carlos Sainz's penalty.
Yes.
So for that reason alone, Carlos Sainz needs an appeal. That is tongue-in-cheek a little bit on that one. But, you know, Yuki Tsunoda could be a record breaker here. He might still be a record breaker, depending on that 5-second penalty. And, well, how close or not. If I was Yuki Tsunoda, I'd just come back a little bit, just so I could put my name in the record books.
Exactly. Should we move on?
Nico Rosberg's in that record book for that record about 3 times.
Yeah.
To be fair, the fans in front of our commentary box, now the cars have gone through, are all making their way to try and get on the track and celebrate in front of the podium.
Well, let's hope it's not on the track.
Somebody needs to hold them back because the cars will be going across the line and doing another lap before they get back into the pits again.
Yeah, luckily no one's actually going on the track, but they are climbing the fence here.
Yeah,
obviously not supposed to happen.
So we've stopped the team celebrating on the fence, and now we've got fans on the fence. Either way, Max Verstappen makes his way around then the final corner, and they rise for Max Verstappen, and they rise for Lewis Hamilton, and they rise for Fernando Alonso. 3 more champions occupying the top 3. Verstappen wins the Australian Grand Prix. Hamilton,
yeah, baby, yeah!
Third, Sainz 4th, Stroll and Perez, and Piastri.
Yay, my teammate wins in the top 3. Woo! Kelly gets second.
Who won?
That's his second.
Who won?
And I get in 5th.
Molly, who won?
I will win next time.
So who won?
Yeah, I hope so.
Just asking. Who's the winner now?
At the checkered flag. Max Verstappen wins though. No doubt.
Yes!
The deserving winner today.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No. No.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Ah! I'll take a checker flag. It's mine now.
Yay! Congratulations, Maxie.
Oh no! You're really gonna go on Max's side. So here it is. Take this.
And he scored some big points. There he goes for the Haas team. But he's going to have to walk back.
Oh, it's Perez. 21% of the vote.
In this race. But he was the one that got the overtakes done, Jensen. I wanted them into this 11 here.
I really hope Perez will win this race next time.
But you always love the guy that fights from the back through to the front. But yeah, great work on the player. That's very much needed for them.
Mega job, guys. What an amazing result. Thank you so much. So proud of you all. Let's keep pushing. Really well done there, Lewis. Yeah, it's a lot of optimism, but yeah, that's definitely deserved that result.
Our improvement was very, very well.
Thanks, sir.
Drivers.
Now you got a film for George Russell with a mechanical failure, and the man that was leading the race.
Well done.
The first red flag, the mechanical failure cost him obviously, but that second place on merit.
I need 2 wins for I need 4 wins for Red Bull.
Yeah, great. It's really good to hear him so happy. Yeah, he wants to win, obviously, like everyone out there. But really happy with it.
Leclerc is going to lose next race.
9.
I know they were sort of 10 seconds behind before we had the red
flag,
but even so,
No.
It certainly was.
I said yes.
The winner of the race falls into the number 1 spot underneath the podium. Reflects on this.
In Paris will win again in Paris or Wuhan. Even Miami.
For the first time here in Melbourne. It's victory for Red Bull in the first 3 races of the season for the first time ever, and it's win number 37 for the man who leads the World Championship. Was the calmest thing on 2 legs going into this race, and emerges
I hope
triumphant.
Myron wins
And
at
when he was
Richmond.
Thursday, boy, did he show some pace in that Red Bull. Shaking the hands with Lewis Hamilton before muted celebrations because of the way the race ended with his team. This, though, nonetheless, a very, very big afternoon for Red Bull as they establish their dominance once more.
Yeah, congratulations to them. That was a dominant drive. A little whoopsie with the front lock into the second to last corner, the trip across the grass. But apart from that, yeah, they've been the stand-up team.
Someone at Aston Martin's found a big cutout with Fernando Alonso's face and Lance Stroll as well, and they'll be chanting "Whoa, Fernando Alonso" in a moment, which is something that has rung out at every single race so far as he stands on the podium for the first time for 3 races in a row since 2013. I dare say,
Who do you think who's gonna win at Richmond?
I'm gonna say it's Leclerc is gonna win next time.
Who?
That could have gone from hero to proper zero.
It's gonna be Byron.
Disorder for that restart. There's a love affair going on down there between the 2-time world champion.
Yeah, I mean he's still probably excited. You know, it's obviously a delayed celebration for them, but
that wasn't on the list.
I call it Denny Hamlin is gonna get wrecked. Okay, no.
9.
Even
What?
Nothing. You didn't hear anything.
Wednesday night when he took them out for dinner, Lance Stroll played along as well.
Yes, we do.
Did I forget something? Oh, yes, I did.
Looks like VGP is still sleeping.
With his team back on the podium, Lewis Hamilton then for the first time since Brazil last year. That's the 192nd.
You know, we're gonna end this right now.
Lewis Hamilton. And trials tonight here in Australia for him.
Holy shit, I deleted it. That's why I wasn't. Fernando Alonso.
Probably not. I mean, we had a roller coaster of emotions today, and we had many people going on at the beginning, but then also at the end, now, the last half an hour.
Molly, look.
But the race itself, it was good for us in terms of.
I am going to say that it's addiction.
Yeah. This is the kind of team we want.
Yeah, that's what we were wondering on too, whether you were just pacing yourself on stage or tires. It looked like it would be a straightforward track with all the back in, and then of course, I guess your offers and how to that red flag restarting the fun around.
Yeah. I mean, the first red flag did help out because George and Carlos
Okay, so as I was saying, guys, we should be quiet, I guess. I don't know.
Look at me.
What the hell is that, Exxon? Okay, goodbye. I'm done. I am done.
Really?
Lewis, welcome back to the podium. That was a crazy race.
It was crazy.
I'm going to say a huge thank you to everyone here in Australia and in Melbourne for having me here this week. And the weather's been amazing today, and with this this town continues to put on a great show. So, I'm really unlucky for George today. On our side, we've got to look into our reliability is generally really good. That's really unfortunate. But
No, Kelly. Yeah.
I definitely didn't expect to be on a second, so I'm super grateful for it.
There's so many questions. You're seeing you feel a bit disconnected from the car. Yeah, come hopefully, at least we could. Maybe not enough for red goal, but you looked fighty. You know, you really pushed the max into turn 3 on that opening start.
Kelly,
You looked up for it.
And with that disconnect,
Molly,
I'm working
you're
as hard as I
lagging.
can to try and create that connect, but I
What?
think it's a long
You're
project.
lagging.
So, but still, been down on performance. We're clearly down
You're
on
just lagging
demonstrated
already.
pace compared to the Red Bull. Up here
Am I
fighting
still
with
lagging or
Aston
not?
is just amazing at this point of the season, and we just got to keep
Where's Kelly?
fighting. People back to the factory. Let's keep pushing. We can close that gap. It's going to be tough, but it's not impossible.
Am I still lagging?
When you're on the radio quite early in the Grand Prix saying that I
You
can't
might
see
look.
if will make it, I wasn't sure if that was you kind of bluffing to put the opposition off.
What?
I mean, I think
You might wanna look.
No, I said, am I still lagging?
And then Fernando was pushing. You know, they're very, very quick. So
Exit.
I think ultimately,
What?
Am I still lagging?
No.
Okay, good.
And,
Thank you.
We've got a world champion up ahead. We've got 2 world champions
and Kelly's
in the top
still
3, or
out.
3 world champions in the top 3. That's pretty mega.
That is indeed. Formula 1 2023 is
She's
excellent.
left.
Well done.
Sorry.
Yes. And finally, our race winner.
I put it on full volume.
Really straightforward to get that victory, was it?
I put it on full volume.
Very close start, and then
Kelly, look at I have.
I had a lot to lose and they had a lot to win, you know. So yeah, after that, I mean, I think the pace of the car was quick. You could see that
No
straight
more
away.
no more Lewis.
Waiting for the
What?
DRS to open up to have a chance to
No more Lewis. What? Did you just say no more Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay, that's oh Max Verstappen.
Was a bit of a mess.
Yay, Kelly left.
I'm still here.
Kelly's right here.
Yeah, come on. Could you see? I'm right here.
I just, tried to avoid contact.
Holy shit.
What you're allowed to do
I'm
now.
gonna wear avocado again.
That's okay. We had
Even dinosaur and apple.
It's something for the next races to take into account. Okay, well, let's take it a little bit further in the race, and then coming into the second last corner, you decided to go for a little trip to the grass. Yeah, I think I did the city a favor. I just cut the grass a bit more. I don't need to do that anymore in that area. So yeah, I don't know. I looked up a bit and didn't want to flex for the tire completely, so ran a bit wide. But we had a good margin. And at the end, you had to wait a little bit there before you could do that. The 7th victory in Formula 1. Yeah, I mean,
What the heck?
well. It's been a while for the team as well, but
More
yeah,
curse
very, very,
images.
very happy. But also, it's still great to see that the fans are having a good time even now. They have a long wait for the whole day, but yeah, I'd say a big thank you to them as well. You have to stick around. Yeah, so Max, go and enjoy the podium. Thank you. So 2018 in Hungary, Kimi Raikkonen, Sebastian Vettel, and Lewis Hamilton stood together on the podium. We had 3 world champions on the podium together. Lewis mentioned on it, a world champion ahead of me, behind me. It would be lovely to think.
Oh
my god! What is that?
Race after race after race this year.
Yeah, I think so, and it's possible. It really is. I know that Red Bull do have too big an advantage right now, but it's great to see Aston Martin and Mercedes very similar at the moment. Is that the most world championships we've seen on the podium?
Must be.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yes, quite a lot.
Yeah, I would certainly imagine so.
Please don't spray.
There's more.
Spray, can't spray.
Absolutely no chance.
Yeah,
They're going to follow that. How much more should they?
Yeah, of course.
Super track, man. Right to the left, you to the right.
I mean, especially the second restart of this on sure. It's because the guys driving so slow, you don't put any heat in them. It's like ice. And we'll leave it there in the corner. Think about the safety car, it's meant to be going around not very fast, but it's never going to go fast enough for the tyres, the cars, and the drivers.
Well, normally it's fine with tyre temperature, but here they've struggled. The temperatures have been a bit lower, and also they were on the hard tyre at that point. But it was nice to see that little smile from Lewis when he was leading away from the restart.
Max didn't want to comment on that one too.
Well, they went a bit quiet, didn't they?
But I don't think he was looking at that particular replay as well. And I'm sure we'll get future battles like that. We never did quite see how it would have turned out. Also, Lewis
Look at what happened again.
on normal racing because we have red flags.
It's now cursed.
We have 3 red flags in total. But as it stands, Fernando Alonso from 4th on the grid. Lewis from the 3rd on the grid to finish as runner-up today. And Max Verstappen is on pole. For the 22nd time in Formula One, has ended up with a victory. And a first victory here at Albert Park for the 2-time world champion.
Sorry.
National anthem. Ugh. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
My God, whenever Max Verstappen wins,
He is so.
oh my God, I don't know what to say. If I get another win, then this is gonna be a special idea. So
I'm gonna stay muted for the national anthem.
Molly,
Boy.
really? Now guess what I got here.
All right, it's over.
Nice one for the captain. It's the first one.
It is the first one here. He gets a medal, of course, as every winning driver does. Michael Bradley from the Australian Automobile Association handing out the medal and the trophy, and the Sir Jack Rabbit trophy for the winning constructor. Rob Marshall receiving that.
Guess who you have?
Rolex ambassador. I think we'll call him multiple world champion. Giving out the trophies there.
It's
to Rob Marshall.
It's a C.
Their senior management, of course, the chief engineering officer.
You might want to look what I have.
Andrew Westercott, the CEO of the Australian Grand Prix Corporation, after 15 years, Andrew Westercott stepping down. What a marvellous job he has done. And Fernando Alonso gets the third place trophy from Andrew Fraser, who told me the other night he is the world's biggest Fernando Alonso fan and can't wait to present him with the trophy. Well, you've got your wish. Fernando Alonso gets 3 podiums in a row. Max Verstappen gets his wish to spray the champagne around Albert Park. What a race, Jensen Button, that was.
It was a race, as you said earlier. It definitely had a bit of everything.
Whether you got up early or you stayed up all night, I think it was worthwhile. 3 red flags, plenty of incidents and drama right down to the last. And the 3 world champions sharing the podium.
Winner Max Verstappen.
In the Drivers' World Championship.
Hey, I'm Nicole Briscoe. Thank you for watching ESPN's presentation of the Formula One Rolex Australian Grand Prix. Our coverage presented exclusively by Mercedes-Benz. Continuing post-race coverage is happening right now over on ESPN. We'll see you for the Formula One
Can we end the stream?
on Sunday, April the 30th. Until then.
My phone is being an asshole right now. Alright. Okay, we don't need ads. Shut up. Golly. What an amazing night stream we had.
Yeah. Because it's been.
We had so much fucking fun. I never.
Except people was trying to sleep.
Yes, I know, but they didn't have to join.
Yeah, because I'm tired. You know, it's 3:56 in my area.
God
Same.
damn.
It's 3:56 p.m. for Kelly since she's in another country.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, because we have a
Oh,
I think.
Oh, you have Carlos as the profile picture. Nice.
What? This is Lance Stroll.
Oh.
He's gorgeous looking. Not gonna lie.
Now we have twin profile pictures.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is me right now.
Molly.
What?
Molly.
What? That's me right now.
You know what? You know what? That's it.
Bro.
Okay, you know what?
Molly.
Molly.
Oh, shit.
Molly. Oh my god, you just triggered me.
Screw you, Molly.
Bro.
Oh, yay. At least my spotter's not here. And I'm back from crying.
Molly.
I'm back.
You're done, Molly. You're getting a wreck. Am I serious? You're done. You're done. You're done.
Oh, yay. At least my spotter isn't here.
We can see you.
We all can see.
Yay.
Really?
I am going to win this race next time.
Molly.
Molly.
What?
How are you gonna win?
I'm going to win. Anyway, back to the original profile. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream at 3 hours and 1 minute.
I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy this.
No, not yet. No, not yet. I said. Oof.
Anyway, there it is. I hope you guys.
Hey, Exton, what have you done to my spotter?
Fuck you.
Oi, I didn't do anything to you.
Molly.
What's going on here?
Really? Screw you,
Molly,
Molly.
really?
Really?
What's going on here?
Molly?
I just came back here and I see a bunch of, I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna tell EMD and Foolish and VGB for this morning when I tell them.
No!
Yes, I will.
What did I do?
Because you're being laziness.
No, I am not. I said I'm ending this stream at 3 hours and 1 minute. At 30 seconds.
Well, it's still there, so you better end it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Formula race, and we will see you guys next time.
I do the outro. I do the outro introduction. Okay, 27, 28, 29. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream and get some sleep. Because I am tired, and this was a fun first night race. Middle of the night race. And stay tuned for some more F1 streams coming up in May. And I hope you... And also my next NASCAR race reaction stream is in 3 months. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next time. And stay tuned.
See you guys later.
Stay tuned for the rest of my stream.
Bye.
Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.
No outro, because I don't have an F1 outro, but
Okay.
all I can say is this.
You don't say. What the hell? What the heck?
You know what? End this stream. And then
Edit.
Okay, end it.
Jesus Christ. I'm being